Hello, y'all. It is it's Monday. How you doing? Been a busy couple of days. We had a Sunday stream and Friday stream, and the Thursday stream before that went really long. So I am in need of a break. Unfortunately, I got one coming to me. I'm not gonna do a Thursday stream this week. Weird way to start a pod. Or, jeez, my head. Too many videos in a row. I don't even do podcasts. I don't know why that word jumped into my head. Weird way to start a stream. How y'all doing? I had a busy day at work. And I'm ready to relax. And also, I just realized I'm really hot. I'm gonna run and go like turn on the AC real fast. Just one moment here, folks, and then we'll talk about what's going on and what's up. 1 second. All right. How y'all doing? It's Monday, and we are continuing the Hat in Time playthrough. That is the current thing that I'm playing through, on a regular basis. Specifically on Mondays. That's what this stream is. Me playing through a Hat in Time. I have had a couple of streams in the last day. Usually I don't stream on Sunday, but I did a 5-hour stream yesterday, wherein I watched the Xbox game showcase. Usually, a lot of press conferences, they're on weekdays where I'm working and I cannot stream them. But I figured, these Xbox ones, and I did it last year as well, they're on Sunday, so might as well pull up the thing and stream along. And also, I had a Majora's Mask randomizer seed that I was 10 hours into and hadn't finished, so wanted to also finish that off. And we did yesterday, which felt good. I'll say it felt good to put that to bed. And I hope that people like to see it. Will like to see it in the future. Or immortalized or whatever. Today's stream then. Also, a few of the streams last week are pretty long, like specifically the first Majora's Mask. Like I said, that first stream on last Thursday was 10 hours long. So I'm in the mood for something maybe a little more straightforward, maybe a little simpler, maybe even shorter. Who knows, though. Specifically, my plan here for tonight is to do somewhat of a Nyakuza Special. I have enough hourglasses, timepieces, to unlock Nyakuza Metro. And I was thinking, what if we just went to Nyakuza Metro and just stayed there for the whole stream? The last two streams, the first two of this stream series, this replay, I hit up multiple worlds. The first one I went from World 1 to World 2. Honestly, might not even have a choice there. On the second one, I started in World 3 and then said, I want to go and see World 4 because I really like World 4. And we did that, and that was great. I really enjoyed being in World 4. But I'll tell you, I think by my memory, by my recalling, Nyakuza Metro is the best world, and I'm excited to be there, and I think I would like to not leave it once we go in. Oh, also we did a little bit of World 2 last week as well as 3 and 4. So here's the plan. We're gonna go into Nyakuza Metro. We're not gonna come out until end of the stream, probably. And I don't know how it works there as far as like bonus part timepieces go. Like, can we get them all in one go? Do we have to like go get some side things done elsewhere before we can come back and finish it? Either way, point is, the focus tonight will be on Nyakuza Metro, and if I can't have my way, we'll see nothing else tonight other than Nyakuza Metro. Nyakuza Metro. I put in the stream's title, and probably the VOD's title as well. It's a Nyakuza Special. That's what we're looking at tonight, folks. It's a Nyakuza Special. That's what tonight is. Nyakuza Special. Cards. First off, wanted to follow up on the tech issues last stream and how I'm gonna fix them in post. So basically, there were two major tech things going on yesterday. First off, turns out the video when we were doing the watch along was a little bit delayed, like noticeably so. When people were talking specifically, and you could see mouth moves, you could very easily see like, oh, it's out of sync. Through a lot of it, you can't tell because, you know, there's not something to base it off, and it's just close enough, you know, as far as like music and like orchestra timing with like transitions and stuff. It looks fine, but when you see a mouth move, you know, oh, that ain't right. That's delayed, and that's no good. So, and the second thing that happened is during the randomizer, the tracker stopped updating at some random point, which turned out to be pretty early in, it turns out. I looked back, and yeah, it just stopped updating. I think the tab that OBS was capturing must have gotten minimized, so once it was minimized, it couldn't refresh, so it ended up staying the same, even though I was updating the actual tracker part of the tracker as I went, which pretty unfortunate. And I'll say, like the card said, I am fixing them in post. Last night after the stream, I was like, you know what? I think I can fix the tracker issue. Now that seems eminently fixable to me. You know, given that the tracker is in an area that nothing else is in, nothing else overlaps with it, and you know, it's just still images basically. So I took some screenshots of the tracker basically. And, well, actually, I took, like, a screenshot of, like, the final state, like, the full, like, stream, right? A screenshot, a still of the full stream, right? And I cut out specifically, like, made it all transparent, except for specifically the things in the overlay that needed to change. Then I sort of, like, went back through the VOD and overlaid these images that had, like, the proper, like, items lit up over the ones that were actually there, where it was dim the whole time. And I tried to make it look like they all go like bright as soon as they did originally, or when they should have originally. That's confusing, I'm sorry. Basically, the tracker stopped tracking, and I did some stuff in a video editor that's free, so it's not very good, so it was a pain. I did some stuff in the video editor so that, like, the actual thing that it should have been was overlaid over what it actually was, so that it'll look mostly right. Honestly, it might be a little, I think the color somehow ended up a little different, and it might be just a pixel or two off one way or the other. It looks pretty good to my eyes, just looking at the version I have now. I also then realized, like, oh wow, actually, yeah, the audio sync was pretty noticeably off, like chat was saying earlier, and from the start even, unfortunately. Which, I say unfortunately, but I think because it was off from the start, I was able to just do some stuff. I cropped, basically I in the same crappy video editor, I cropped, like, I made 2 copies of the thing, I cropped out my part, which was in sync the whole time, and I just moved, like, the second copy a little bit off. So it's just like the video is a little bit farther ahead than it was in the time, and it should be more synced up with the audio now, I think. I think you just have to eyeball that, don't you? Like, if someone's, like, talking and just seeing, like, am I too early or too soon, just judging by the mouth moves? It's kind of hard to judge, but I think I got it pretty good, and I don't have that ready to go for, like, honestly, it's been 24 hours since that stream ended. It could go up now, except that I have to re-export it now because I did that second fix, and that's going to take 10 hours because my PC, the video encoder thing that I'm using is slow. I don't know why. Maybe because it's free. Maybe because my computer's not especially beefy. I'll tell you, it's weird. Watching, like, when I was editing and stuff, right? I could not edit in real time because whenever I hit play, it would, like, stutter and stutter and stutter. I sort of had to, like, I sort of had to like wing it through other means, which I sort of had to like go to the thing in time and like drag things around, all without being able to actually preview it properly, which felt really frustrating. But maybe if I got better like software, I just got some random one off the internet that was free and like works good enough for my purposes. I say good enough. It works, and I was able to get it done, and it looks pretty good. But maybe I should look into like what better video software is, if any is free and on PC. Maybe that's the thing. Free and PC, you know, Windows PC. That's it's gonna rule out a lot. Anyway, this has been a big pain in the ass, and I hate how it takes like, you know, 10 hours to export a 5-hour VOD. So I prefer not to do this shit ever if I can help it. But you know, part of me just said like, well, actually, I can fix it. If I can fix it, I should fix it. And that inspired me to waste some time fixing it. And I hope someone appreciates that VOD, you know, watches my reactions to it on YouTube later and says like, oh, this is you know, entertaining, and I can watch the, you know, I can see the video perfectly, and it's in time. Nice, good. With yesterday's stream in mind, last note here before we start, no Thursday stream this week. Since I did no proper full-length one, part of me is thinking maybe I could sneak in a making stream, like just for an hour or two, and get started with my next level. But also, it's been a busy fucking weekend, y'all, and I am ready to... Busy weekend, busy week last week. I am ready for some, like, off-stream relaxation type stuff. And I just have a few days before the next stream. That sounds really good. Hopefully catch up on sleep, get things a little more regular, and above all else, relax. Maybe I could do a Saturday stream. Maybe like a Saturday stream where we do the maker kickoff thing. You know, kicking off the next level. I could see that, like a Saturday morning thing. That wouldn't be bad. Usually Saturday morning is kind of wasted anyway. You know, just sleeping or like doing a thing or two before I leave the house and go do things, you know. My plan is have no Thursday stream for once and just relax, you know. And I'll see y'all on Friday will be the plan. So yeah, you can see on the schedule there. You know, since we did the Sunday stream, no Thursday, but Monday and Friday, same as normal. Same as always. Anyway, let's get into it. Let's go ahead and hit this this here button, and then let's go see what's up in Nyakuza Town. It's gonna go ba. Any second now. The circles have stopped circling. Oh, they faded out. That's good. Ugh. He is a little framey today. I'll say probably the reason the video got a little behind was because when I do the intro now and I'm running like TITS, the thing that lets you throw things at me, and OBS and the game, I think that OBS struggles with it all and lags behind a little bit. And that's really unfortunate. I think that's what happened. I think that the video just got a couple seconds behind up front during that whole time where the whole thing was chugging. And, you know, it sort of wasn't good from there. Bad from there, I suppose. It's not the one. It's the fox. Anyway, that's all in the past, and also, it's all for fun, you know? It's no big deal. What is this? Cereal? Or like YouTube? Let's go down here. Go down Nyakuza way. It's over here. Oh, it's a terminal and 20% off cat stuff. There's a spring here. They'll take you back where you came. As well as a stand here. We take that as a sign that they added one more set of collectibles with that DLC, so we maybe will need to do something. Let's do it. Free roam. Nyakuza Metro. Nyakuza Special. That's what tonight is. There'll be some plots. Some intrigue, and some good platforming action. A lot of good platforming action. I remember this one being very fun. Kind of Splatoon-y as well. Ah. Big Splatoon vibes. You know. Why don't I do a card? Did you watch the Capcom presser? The Capcom thing, the showcase, whatever they called it. I didn't watch most of it. I watched a little of it. I was a little busy, still caught up with work stuff at that time. But I watched some of it, and it didn't seem like that exciting. The only thing I heard that was exciting from it was that they're putting out Ghost Trick demo. Which, look, that's a game that already exists. You already know what it is, and it's just kind of in HD now, or on an SD system. Is it? It's not terribly exciting, and apparently there was like no new stuff announced in like any of the franchises that you don't know about, and the franchises whose games are about to come out, you already know they're about to come out. So who cares? I kind of want to look at that poster, that travel sign thing, because yeah, that's the last world. That's the bike that we ride. I don't know what a Mio watch is. That's not a reference. That's a fake VTuber. Virtual cat tuber. Yes. Okay. In like, do they have signs for VTubers? Like in reality, they have signs for a lot of things in Japan. You know, like if you go to like the geeky side of town, especially, you'll like Akihabara or something. You'll see like you know, whole buildings just with like anime painted on it, and you know, which you'll say like, oh, what the hell, that's cool. Until you maybe it's probably like part of it is just like, well, you know how they decide who's painted there, right? Probably someone pays for it. You know, it's not like a thing of passion or whatever. It's like the sign here. It's all product placement or whatever. But it's still pretty fucking cool to see anime on a building, even if someone did pay for it, and it's probably part of some promotional campaign. You know, like, God, I wish that our stuff had like promotional campaigns painted on it for fun. Like, that sounds cool. That's the cat train. So here's the heart of the Nyakuza Metro. You jump on the train, and it takes you places. Sort of like a big moving platform. You know, like a somewhere between a somewhere between like a moving platform, like a platform level, and a treadmill. You know, like a not one that you run on, one that moves you. A conveyor. You know, halfway between conveyor belt and not where we want to be. Halfway between conveyor belt and ooh, there we go. And moving platform, which I think is a neat way to make that work in a 3D space. I think it's kind of unique, you know, and you don't see that many games with this exact thing, even though it works this fucking well. I say that it's right after I sort of got banged around by it by a bit. Well, no, it works pretty well. That was on me, honestly. How about another card? Talk about more press conference stuff. Did you watch the Final Fantasy presser? I didn't and didn't consider it. Honestly, I found out like as I was trying to do the correction stuff. Cool, you get muddy and the robot comes and gets you. Oh, and we can do the zombie walk again. Beautiful. I love it. That's fun. That's fun. Look at that. That's nice. I didn't know when I was doing my Microsoft presser that there was another presser in that day, but I think it was like mostly focused on like Final Fantasy stuff. You know, I saw in a Discord, not my Discord, but another Discord, you know, one of a bigger one, you know. I saw people talking about like, oh, there's a prologue for some such. And I said like, what? A prologue for the second part of Final Fantasy VII? That's weird. And they said no for 16. And I was like, what? What is that? The second online one? Because they did mention there were 2 online ones, which confused me. I hadn't heard of a second online one. And then they said, no, it's the one that's coming out like in a week or 2. And I said, huh, go figure. I don't give a fuck about Final. They seemed impressed by the manner in which I was uninformed. But I don't know, man. Like, I don't give a fuck about Final Fantasy. Never played a game of Final Fantasy. Seems like it's all not up my alley. Like, I just couldn't care less. How do you expect me to know, like, thing 1 about it? The only one that's been, like, halfway interesting is I like the sound of those, I like the way preview I'm seeing looks very framey. Is it framey for y'all? Let me see. I don't want it to be framey. Let me pull it up on my phone. Just to see how it looks. It wasn't framey last week. I don't want it to be framey. Looks pretty framey. Let's see if I can fuck around with the settings here. What are we in? Okay, high performance. How's that? That looks a little better. Still looks like I'm looking at the preview monitor and it looks framey. Let me see how it looks on the stream. Okay, that looks, looking at it on my thing on my phone, looks smooth now. Looks pretty smooth. Yeah, okay, I think we're good. I think I've been having some trouble lately with, like, whenever I've tried to do PC stuff, now that I have the thing that throws things at me, you know, the thing where you can throw things at me, it turns out running that, OBS, and a game at the same time seems to make everything chug a little bit. Let me also just, I'm gonna open and close the preview just so I maybe can get it in good. What? Oh, my mouse is off. Close the stream preview on my end. Redo it now, and hopefully that'll be nicer. Perfect. The only one of the Final Fantasies games that, like, looked interesting to me was the one that people said was not, like, super good, actually. I started moving and immediately the preview monitor looked like it started chugging the fuck up. See how... Oh, jeez. Yeah, definitely seeing some framiness on the thing, but maybe it's not too bad. Fuck, let's proceed. I have OBS on the highest priority. I don't know why. It should be framey. You know, it has higher priority than everything else that's running, including the game. Shit, god damn it. I probably should invest in a new PC. Honestly. Why is it pixely? That's probably because I just set the values down, isn't it? Performance mode. Whatever. You know what? How about...
That belongs to the boss.
Oh, we gotta watch this cutscene.
Thank you for bringing this to me. Who do you work for? No one.
The one game that I thought had like some appeal to it of the Final Fantasy games was the one where you were dudes being bros. I thought that was really interesting and funny sounding. But also when I watched it, when I saw like gameplay footage of it, it looked really boring and slow and like puts me to sleep, you know? But hearing about it in the abstract, it sounded cool.
More of these, I'm sure. You seem talented at finding them.
We're gonna get paid. We're gonna get paid for this.
I pay you, and you bring me more. It's a simple arrangement. Start looking by the yellow overpass. I'm sure.
Now we're gonna go to the yellow zone.
Now be on your way, and don't come back empty-handed.
Let me see. It looks very, very chunky in my preview monitor right now, but yeah. See how it looks here on the live broadcast again. Oh my god. Yeah, that's pretty nasty as far as the frame rate goes.
There's too many places to eat around here. How could there be too
Hey, Tree Man, how's it going? I think... Tree Man, let me know, is it looking really laggy to you? In my preview monitor, and like from what I can tell, looking at the thing, it looks pretty laggy, like framey. Maybe not right now, but you know, maybe if we go to an area where there's like glowing stuff, perhaps. This level doesn't perform very well, I'll say. Maybe it's fine for now. I am thinking like maybe we should close. Maybe I should close TITS, the thing that lets you throw things at me, and discontinue that those channel points while I'm playing a PC game, just because it seems like that causes like some pretty big performance issues on my PC, which I guess goes to show I need to get a new PC sometime in the near future, you know? If I am to do, like, the thing where you can throw things at me, we're gonna need some more horsepower to, like, get it done in, like, a newer graphics card, let's say, than one that's, it was, like, 2016, so 7 years old? Yeah, I guess that's, pushing it, you know? Talk to these guys. Get a rice combo. Fish and chips. Fish and chips. Chips. Seems fine right now. Okay, you let me know. Yeah, it seems fine now.
Has been found.
What? That gives us extra life?
French fries, sliced and deep fried potatoes. An important reminder that alone we are all small fry. Fish. Battered and fried fish. Usual cod or pollock.
Alright, we got fish and chips. Alright, you know, let me know if it gets all chuggy. But, oh, one more thing I was going to mention, but then I forgot because, you know, it's sort of a lot to talk about up front. I see... Where the fuck did I just fall?
Wanna wear the latest fashion? I've got you covered.
Buy new dyes and a... Yeah, comfy sweater. Don't have enough money. I wish I had enough money for a comfy sweater. Jeez. That sounds great. What was I saying? Couple of follows came in and actually around the last hour, about an hour before the stream. 4 of them, in fact. So thank you to, I wanted to say thank you to, let me get the names of the new followers. Thank you to, Valentine Blossom, Maziz, Nashlax, and, Silent Sniper. Not very many people follow between streams. And, much less 4 in the same hour. That's some coincidence. I almost look at that and go like, well, that can't be coincidence. That's unusual, you know? And I did check my socials and stuff and see like, did I just get like, it's like someone, I mean, I don't know. I don't really promote myself on Twitter or put anything up on Twitter or any social media, you know, where someone could just like retweet and it could go viral. It's looking really framey to me right now. Tree Man is asking, did we skip? We got to 23 timepieces. By the way, on my preview monitor, it looks framey as fuck. Is it framey as fuck for you? So we've done the yeah, it's chugging, okay. You know what? I gotta fucking... I'm sorry for those who love, TITS. But, let me see. Where's the quit button? I need the quit button right now. Let's try... I mean, maybe I could try turning down the quality of this, actually. I wonder if I could do that. Graphics. Try turning this to very low. I mean, they're low quality things, so maybe if I do that, will it make a difference? Let me try that real fast. We'll try that before I just close it out right, because I do like to... The people like the thing, right? The people like throwing things at me, and if that's possible that I can keep that up. You know what? The preview looks better now. Wait a minute. But when I switch to it, it looks worse. Hat in Time prioritized chuggy. Hat in Time minimized not chuggy. Okay, can I make it so that my input can happen when I'm not like in the thing? Configure, please. I think that, one thing that is, like, maybe system settings? Can I make it so that it takes input when it's not in the main window? No? Ugh. I've seen some stuff like this where, like, if a tab is selected, it has worse performance somehow. What if I turn off VSync? Okay, VSync is off. Let's see. Well, it looks cleaner on this end. Let me just quickly do some things so that I can get the chat back up. And I have to have the game selected for me to have inputs, so that's necessary. Okay, now the game is chugging and tearing. But the stream looks good.
That's what it is.
Fucking... I need to get a new PC, or I need to, like, do some tweaking so that PC games can run good while I am doing the stream stuff. Or I need to just stick to some fucking console games for a while. Maybe. Maybe that's just the answer. Just stick to console. There's no problem with running OBS and TITS at the same time. Okay. How about, here's, okay. We're gonna drop it to, we're gonna put VC on, but we're gonna drop it to 30. That should make it twice as fast, right? Right? That's how math works. And that should mean really smooth and good. Why? Why are you like this? Well, I think the stream is at least performing right and good. But there's like some weird latency at times where it's just like jumping almost. I don't know. Let's carry on.
Your ticket?
We got a Metro ticket. Good, okay. Let's just play the game. Let's just relax. Let's just do the thing. We're free roaming here. We played this stream, by the way. The plan is just to focus on Nyakuza. So if Nyakuza runs like shit, well, I don't know what we do other than just like, yeah, we just have to deal with it. I'll say right now, it's chugging for me in real time. Before it was just like only chugging for the stream, it looked like, but now it's any chugging is also I'm getting it as well. So
Have you seen this?
it's not like a stream thing. It's just the game, and you know, a game and also my computer.
Without any fur.
A game and my computer, which is still my game. Okay, so there's relics here that. Let's see. What goes with rice? Dumplings, tea and rice. Oh no, tea and rice.
Rice. Rice is one of the most consumed foods on the planet. It's easy to prepare and cheap, and the savior of wet cell phones.
Very informative. I don't have rice that often, but when I have a rice bowl at the ramen place near me, I'm pretty happy.
Drink made from boiling water and leaves of plants. Great for getting warmed up on a cold
It's getting
day.
narrower.
Either
That's
when you drink
that's
it
smart.
Or when someone bumps into you.
I'm not really a tea person or a coffee person or any sort of drink other than water. I just like those. Can't go wrong with them. How about another card? Did you watch the Ubisoft presser? I watched a little of the Ubisoft press conference, whatever they're calling it. I don't know. It seemed like really long and also really boring. Like they didn't have that much to show. They just sort of talked about a lot of stuff. It went really into too much detail, you know, more detail than needed, right? Like they only need to say like, hey, there's a, we got this game coming out, check it out, and here's the trailer. Instead, they gave like elaborate explanations of everything, which I thought was you know, a little needless, I guess. Hell. Looks like a thing that you open with the thing. Stompy stomp. What do you have to say?
I'm selling the latest and greatest. Take a look.
Ooh,
Bye-bye.
there's some cool stuff here to get as far as cosmetics go. I want the cosmetics more than the colors. A lot more. Bad we don't have enough to buy one of them, you know. We'd only be able to buy one of them before we ran out, though. Okay, maybe this isn't the way. It's your deal. Y'all let me know if there's any other problem with, like, the stream chugging. Anyway, Ubisoft. I will say there were some demos, and, you know, they had stuff that, you know, the new Assassin's Creed, it now looks back like... It looks like Assassin's Creed again, which is kind of cool, but also, I don't know. I feel like you need, like, something more than just, hey, here's the Assassin's Creed you remember from when you were a kid. You know, they sort of ran that into the ground, you know? So you can't just bring that back and say, like, oh, hey, it's Assassin's Creed again. You love it. It's like, yeah, I guess. I don't know. What else you got? Can you give me some twist on it or something? No. Oh, shit. There's the grapple point. That's what we need. Go. Can you give me something new for it? And I don't know, I saw an answer there. But I'll say I wasn't, like, paying the closest attention. It was in the middle of the workday. I was kind of busy. So, again, with the press conferences happening and me being unable to pay full attention, it looked alright. I watched... I feel like I was watching, like, some of these, like, demos of, like, the Star Wars gameplay, and I was watching, like...
Kiddo. Fork it over.
No. Damn it. I was watching, like, some reacts to it, you know? Watching through, like, you know the thing where you do, like, the react videos like I did yesterday.
And you have another timepiece for me.
I was watching, like, MinMax watch it, right? And I was just watching them just, like, stare with no reaction whatsoever at the Star Wars gameplay and just be like, ho hum, you know, whatever. Yeah, that looks good. Looks like gameplay. And I just can't help but think, like, god damn, man. Must be like hard making an open world game right now in the wake of Zelda, where like, oh man, you know, Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, it's really just like sucking everyone's dicks out there and doing all sorts of good things and just like startling and surprising us at every turn. Meanwhile, we go into this press conference and it's like, hey, here's an open world game. It looks like every other one from the last 10 years. And you're like, okay, yeah. That looks like Star Wars, I guess, yeah. Punching, okay. That's a Star Wars thing to do. Yeah, it's like a rogue. Okay. Outlaws, huh? Not bad. Okay, whatever. That looked to me like a 3 out of 5 in the making. You know? That's what that game looked like to me.
And since it's going...
We have... Did I turn back on the VSync? I did, okay, but this frame rate is lower now, so that should be good.
You shouldn't have any trouble buying some Metro passes. You won't get around much without them after all.
Yeah, we've bought a couple. We bought the yellow one. Anyway, wasn't terribly impressed by Ubisoft's offering. Camera is weird here. It is really I think it hates the neon. Neon is a problem to look at. But at the very least now it's just a game problem, not a stream problem, you know. Authentic. Maybe I should have bought the Xbox version of this game to replay it. But I was looking at that and I said, like, that's $30, man. That's, well, it's more like $20 and then $10 for the DLC. That's like $30, man. I don't want to spring for that. Not if I can't help it. We can't go here yet. Something about this place is off limits. I like these fake reviews. These perfect comfort views follow. A little bit of like Twitter in there, or actually that wouldn't be Twitter. That'd be like whatever the fuck. You know, that reminds me of like there's not that many games that do like a fake Twitter feed, you know, or something of the sort. The only one that I think that was really prominent in its like fake social network stuff was Ridiculous Fishing back in the day, which sadly, by the way, Ridiculous Fishing does not work anymore. If you try to play Ridiculous Fishing, it just don't run very good. It just on a modern phone, it gets very confused about the resolution and tries to make the game like extremely zoomed out and basically in a way that's impossible to control. Kind of sad considering that game was one of the best in its era, you know, when it fucking worked. Let's go over there where the second piece is, you know. I think a lot of these areas, they have multiple pieces in them. So you sort of got like a Odyssey type thing where like each zone that you go to has more than one. I guess Odyssey probably wasn't like the first one to do that, but you know, that's what I think of. I guess with platformers, you know, that's become the new gold standard, Mario Odyssey. Even though there haven't been that many others since Odyssey, just like Psychonauts. Psychonauts, Tinykin, that's about it for 3D platformers since Odyssey, as far as I can remember off the top of my head. We get up to the place where the thing is. Pull another card. Oh, bam. Did you watch the Xbox game showcase? Now that was a hell of a show, I thought. It got Atlas, Persona, so 2 Persona spin-offs, and a new Atlas game that looked dope as hell, I thought. Oh, I know. Jump to the side. We have to jump to the side there. I thought all those games looked really sick. You know, Persona 3 Reload. I'll check that out. I don't know. I'll play through all of it, but I've never actually finished 3. I love 3, but I ended up like bailing out of it because I got really like bogged down in the late game by grinding. And I'm hoping that they will fix that a little bit in the new one, make the dungeons more interesting, that sort of thing, and then I'll maybe get through that fucking game and you know, enjoy the story firsthand for myself. And it's been, you know, at the time also I had just watched a Let's Play of it, and you know, it's been like 10 years since I watched that Let's Play of Persona 3, so you know, I am even more fresh on that, or ready for a replay of that, versus like, you know, Persona 5, which had only been like 5 years since I played it. There's also what I have written down as BioClock, which is the Bioshock looking game called Clockwork Revolution. I really loved the look at that. That was maybe the one I reacted the hardest to, just like, oh my god, this looks like a new Bioshock. It looks sick. Oh, it's not actually Bioshock. Well, still, looks sick. You know, I think that looks great, and I want to see what exactly it is. I mean, I hope it's just like, literally just make a Bioshock type game, and that's good enough for me. Can you even get over there? Maybe you can't get over there right now. I mean, the camera is very much telling me, like, hey, don't go this way. Which is about as clear a message as you can send, you know? How did he get there? Everything was on Game Pass at Xbox, which I thought was the best thing about the whole press conference, you know? Every time they finish the thing. It's the same one.
And since you won't get a...
It was the same one that time. Why did she give me more money? I thought that, while I'm not really the biggest fan of the RPG Yakuzas, you know, like in Dragon games, I did find Ichiban's wiener, that whole trailer, to be very, very funny. That was some good shit. They did a good job with that. Just like some Austin Powers ass humor. And finally, I'll say Starfield looked fantastic, looked super impressive. The scope of it was incredible. I don't know how they did it. That card down. Really, really phenomenal show. Maybe you have to have the pink pass to do that one. So let's come back after we have the pink pass then. Really, I thought it was a phenomenal show. Just a great showing for Game Pass in particular. It's a great thing to have Game Pass and be able to just play all these games, you know, without paying any additional money. Like, and, you know, however I liked each trailer, I was very much happy to see at the end of each one of them just, hey, it's free. You know, it's on Game Pass, it's free. Like, that alone was a big... that alone, like, made me feel, like, so happy, you know? Just like, oh my god, it's free. Okay, cool. Don't have to worry, don't have to be concerned. It's all free. It's all free.
You ever get the feeling that you're being watched? Looking to buy?
Cookies and cake. Classic combination. Should I be spending my money on this when we want to save up for things?
A sweet baked dessert, usually reserved for special occasions like birthdays, weddings, or 2 a.m.
Hell yeah.
Cookies. Small baked biscuits, usually full of chocolate chips, raisins, or something else. Great for a quick snack, and also dropping crumbs everywhere.
Odd to see a cookie described as a biscuit, but I guess that's true. To me, they're distinct. Chocolate chip cookies are the best cookies. Though, like, something minty is also good.
Shopping around?
You know, on occasion. What's over here? Oh, hang on. Is this where we were before? This place is chill. What's going on here?
Before we leave, we're from.
Music here. What is this saying about what we're getting into here? Wonder. Whoopsie daisy. Lost track of the guy. All right. There we go. Please keep wall climbing to a minimum. They're cats, so they climb walls. That makes sense. Oh, I think that's a clue. Song is good. Pretty sick. Ah, these are... Alright, they're mixing it up. These ones you cannot ride on. They're just obstacles. Let me know if it's chugging a lot, by the way. I'm trying to keep an eye on at least me. Because if I see myself chugging, that's a major problem. I should not chug. But if the game's chugging like it's just the game, yes, can't help it. It's just the game. I do wonder with this, like, I want to replay StarCraft 2 on stream and have that be like a major feature coming up, but if my PC is barely handling this right now, how's it going to handle that? I'm also a little worried about the 500 follower special, which will be a retro, which will be a Blitz Shuffler stream, wherein we'll be doing 4 rare games from like the N64 and SNES. Like SNES and GBA, I have no concerns about, but the N64 can chug on occasion. Some of the emulators do. Maybe that's just a bug on my PC. I will say I've been seeing weird behavior sometimes where something chugs when it's selected, but doesn't chug when it's minimized. And well, if your game doesn't allow input when you're not like
I have a friend who's looking. Oh, you know.
and I'll say, like, for what it's worth.
Can you bring me to them?
Oh, this is also yellow. Okay, cool. So, is this... I guess that's how we got to the thing. That whole roundabout route. Cool.
What? You know the deal. Give me here.
And I'm probably due for a PC also, like a new one. Because the current one not only just can't handle, like, you know, exporting a video in good speed, or,
Interesting.
you know, running
You're more
OBS,
useful than I thought.
TITS, and, OBS, and a game all at once, you know. Not only that, it can't really handle, like, the current Overwatch very well, which, you know, I used to really like that game back when it wasn't Overwatch 2, back when it was Overwatch 1 and it ran good. But they upped the specs and now it doesn't
Pick
run
this up,
good, so
child, and I'll make
a
you
new PC would be good for,
And
like, stuff
this'll
like
be
that
a
as well.
worthwhile little investment, and my cats and I use them for.
That said, I did switch to PC, or to Xbox with Diablo 4, so I guess in theory I could switch to Xbox for Overwatch as well. There's nothing stopping me now. It's a free-to-play game entirely. And I'm sure, like, your account comes over to the platform you go to. And I don't know.
Make sure you buy the right ticket.
See what,
Wanna buy something? Goodbye.
wonder how it works. So do we have to find, like, each ticket in each area as we're going?
It's weird. There's a big fancy jewelry store here. What do you mean?
Yes, it is.
Who comes to the Metro to buy a necklace? There's something fishy
Huh.
about that place.
Do you need assistance? I don't
I'm
think you need
good.
to talk.
I'm good. We're good here. I think we're good. Look, this is yellow. Have we been over here? Yeah, we have. I remember this. And it'll also tell us, like, hey, you 100 there. Unless you want to go get that costume, the comfy sweater. I think we're good. The next, like, green or something? Following a yellow path, and here's a yellow gate. Oh, this is still yellow. This is the other entrance into yellow.
This part of town, there's already so many. What will it be?
These are all food carts. Lots of food here.
Looking to buy?
Nice. Alright, what are we doing next? We already went in there. That was the thing we just did. I guess it is in the station. Yeah, it's in the yellow station, so it makes sense it's a yellow for a yellow one. Now, where is the next one? I'm going to look around, but meanwhile, I'm going to do a card to talk about what's on it. Do y'all think there will be a direct soonish? I'm really not sure. You know, Nintendo didn't want to go to E3, so even when there was an E3, they weren't going. But also, they kind of do their own thing, you know? And also, like,
Having a terrible day.
I do think it's worth noting that, like, yeah, you know, they don't really need to. Everyone's playing Zelda right now. You know, Nintendo already has everyone's attention right now, and everyone's too busy thinking about Zelda to be like, what's the next thing Nintendo got for us? You know, what else you got? You know, they can honestly just coast until Pikmin 4.
Bumped into one of those
Yeah, if they wanted to, you know. They could just do nothing until Persona 4 or Pikmin 4, jeez. Until Pikmin 4 hits like in August, and they would be 100% fine. I'm out of water. I'm kind of thirsty. I might get some water in a second. Go get a refill, you know.
Who keeps putting these stickers?
I don't need to be shown where to go. But I would like it if I got the the preview thing. You know, it's like doot 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 to play again. You know, I don't need to be shown the way or nothing, just
I've heard murmurings of something shining atop the green.
okay,
fence.
green. Okay, we're going to green. Thank you. You know what? That's color coded, so
Who would ever get
where's green? This looks like green. Hello, is this green?
you smell that?
No, I don't think this is green. Oh, I got it. Lure this one up. Bounce here. Ooh, we're smart. Look at us.
Can't talk right now. Trying to send a word.
I understand the drama of having some performance issues with your thing. I guess that's different. I would like to see a direct right now, honestly. I think as far as N64 Online news, we need some news. But we need some word, right? We need to see where's Pokemon Stadium 2? Where's Mario Party 3? Where's Excite Bike? You know, where's whatever the next Game Boy Advance game is? But also, I guess, come to think of it, they can do all that stuff. They can do all those announcements without a direct very easily, considering that they already announced it a direct. So it's not like they're it's not like they need to announce more games. Ooh, got a Metro ticket. Green. Nice. Apparently in the speedrun of this, they go out of bounds. I heard that in the last few streams. I was told that. I am mostly going to stay in bounds, I imagine. So, you know. I mean, hopefully. God willing. But, oh, hey, I think that's fun, too. What is up with another card, maybe? I wanted to bounce into that guy, but that turns out a fool's move. A fool's move? That's not a thing. Fool's errand, but that's not... A foolish move, perhaps. That's what you would say. You're gonna say something of the sort. No, I'll say also, I'm still a little short of sleep. I could use a big, long, sleepy sleep. I hope to get one before tomorrow, let's hope. I'll say, I won't talk about, the specifics, because, you know, that's, damn it. I won't talk about the specifics or nothing, but I did have, a morning meeting on Monday, but stayed up way too late trying to watch all the anime that had sort of piled up over the weekend while I was doing a stream, and also, you know, editing that stream after the fact and shit. There we go, there's a nice one. And, I was gonna be really tired if I had to do that proper big L meeting.
Are you trying to play a trick on me?
Unfortunately, got delayed
I'm not, I
a
swear.
day, so I was able to,
Your jewelry?
you know,
Then why did I find your cat hair on it?
No.
I was able to start my day at a more
Don't let
a
that
later time,
be
you know?
you.
I work with a lot of people who are in different time zones, so if we have meetings, they have to be in the
Well
morning,
done.
but
My organization can always
I'd
use
rather
more people
work
like
more in the
you.
evening than in the morning, given the choice. Especially,
There's
you
a
know,
place for you here. Still, I hear my little collection.
not a morning person
isn't
and I need
quite
more sleep.
complete.
Just a little
So
though.
and be thorough. Leave no.
What are we doing? Blue Station? Okay, Blue Station sounds good to me. That all sounds good. I want another card. Where are the best gameplay demos at pressers? This came up yesterday, and I thought that was an interesting point of inquiry, so I wrote a card with it on it. How about that? Do we have Blue Pass yet? No. Wrote a card with it on it. One of the best gameplay demos ever. Like the ones where you saw it and you were like, holy gods, this changes everything. I feel like for me, the one that sticks out in my mind, and maybe this is just like also a factor of it being like early in like streamed press conferences, but I always think about the Assassin's Creed, I forget if it was Assassin's Creed 1 or 2, I bet they both had demos like this, but just showing the vertical slice of like doing stealth stuff in like the world, you know, was just really fucking impressive at the time. Like, holy shit, look how fluid that movement is. Climb up a wall, holy fucking shit. Now we're going under the trains, that's fun. Like, I remember that demo being a huge game changer. The Prey demo probably comes to mind for a lot of people. I definitely would say that I would be among them. Like, I thought Prey looked so sick, so cool, and fun as hell. But, you know, it wasn't a real game, and it never became a real game! It's a train. We gotta run between trains, don't we? Yikes. Oh, that's fun. Kind of like Kirby 64, the one in the factory, the level in the factory. Or any number of other levels where you have to like run between safe zones. Oh, it's a little nicer than I thought because you can avoid the cats. It's only the train that gives you the trouble. My secret sense is going off. It says there would definitely be one more little nook ahead of where we are now. Nope. That's where we started. Damn it. Don't think it's saved. Okay, no secrets. No secrets there. Thought there would be. What else comes to mind? I guess, like, was there a demo on stage for, like, Tears of the Kingdom? I guess it wouldn't be on stage at that point. They had the Directs, the Nintendo Directs. But I think, like, the first demo gameplays... You know, actually, did I say Tears of the Kingdom? I meant Breath of the Wild, but also, come to think of it, you know, Tears of the Kingdom... That first gameplay video where they did the like little gameplay demo was like so amazing, you know. You'd seen in trailers the fact that there was like building stuff, right? But then, you know, them showing the scope of it and how wacky and goofy it all was, and Fuse and Ascend. It was all remarkably cool and remarkably perfect, you know. That's the thing about a good gameplay demo, you know? You can't just... It's not enough to just show the gameplay, right? Just be like, yeah, we're walking around here, and what's this? Oh, it's a jumpy thing. I jump on the jumpy thing. And I found a present, a relic. You can put those together back at the home base. Anyway, around here you see there's a train. And you see you have to sort of... jump on the train tracks to get in the mud. When you're in the mud, you become a zombie and you can sort of lure. You lure this guy over here and then bounce up. You know, that doesn't necessarily make for a slice of the game that sells it. You know, you gotta make like the most perfect like sizzle reel, the most perfect like 2 minutes of gameplay, 3 minutes of gameplay that like sells the game, shows what you can do with it, and makes people go like, oh, that's what this game is. You know, it has to be a game changer. Just getting out and being like, and you can do call signs and you can shoot guns, you know, like Ubisoft or, you know, whoever might be doing gameplay demos like that. That doesn't remove the needle, you know. That just makes people go, oh, okay. Game apparently looks like the other games that I know so well. Well, that's fine. You know, that's about the most effusive reaction maybe you'd get. That's fine. Sure, okay. Yeah, I bet that'll be fun. That's not a good gameplay demo. You want to walk out of a gameplay demo and go like, holy shit, what the fuck? Did Odyssey have gameplay demos? Well, if it did, none of them come to mind, so they couldn't have been that huge. I can't think of any others off the top of my head. Maybe should have Googled before the stream, but honestly, I had to go to the grocery store before the stream, so was a little busy. Only just barely made it, and you know, started a stream at a normal time.
A mask is required when you're in a gang, you know.
Though, of course, I could just start the stream a little late. No one's gonna mind, I think. But still, I like to do it on time, on a regular basis. You know, on a schedule. Bluefin tickets. All these places, they have clever little names. How do you like that? I feel like we missed a thing in there. Well, maybe we didn't miss it. Maybe it's yet to come. I think it's yet to come. Another card. How often do y'all use Game Pass? I'll say, coming out of that direct, or that games showcase, it's very easy to be like, holy fucking shit. There's so much stuff coming to direct, or coming to Game Pass. I'm so glad I have it, you know, and I pay for it. But I will say, like, day to day, month to month, it's very rare that I'm playing a Game Pass game, you know? Like, the only exceptions of late would be, like, Persona, and, what? Someone, is this, like, shards of the thing? What is this shards of? I haven't really played all that much, honestly, of like Game Pass games in the last couple months, other than like a couple and like a few one-off streams, but it's nice to have the access to it, you know, and just be able to play whenever, whatever you want. And, you know, part of that is just like, well, you know, I'm playing Zelda right now. Zelda's not on Game Pass. And after this, I'm playing Diablo, which, you know what, Diablo is not on Game Pass. And I'm also playing, you know, I'm meaning to play that Star Wars game that came out that's okay and seems like a good, somewhere between a 3 and a 4 for me. But I want to play more of that to really, like, you know, determine that and make sure that I have like the proper, make sure that I'm not like misrepresenting it. I don't know. So to really like to do due diligence there, you know. A lot of games just aren't on Game Pass, and there's a lot of fucking fantastic, phenomenal ones that are. But, you know, you're not always playing them. Maybe it would make more sense, therefore, to, like, stagger it to turn the subscription on and off, but I just don't have the energy to do that. To manage a subscription monthly, that's too much. Just play for it in whole year chunks. That's better for me. How another card? I bought an Ethernet splitter. I was saying the other day I should get one, and then I said, what if I just go get one? You know, what if I don't think too hardly?
Sure, it's, hey, somebody stole my watch.
This way? This way the way to go? I feel like this is backwards. You know, I decided to not think too deeply about it and just go ahead and purchase the thing. And honestly, I haven't had that much complaints with like online on my Switch or my Xbox, or much less the PS5. I don't even have the online service for the PS5, but I was having lagging issues with Diablo, so I figured like, I've been meaning to do that.
Thanks for buying.
Let's just go ahead and get it purchased, and then we'll go from there. No.
I'm having a terrible day.
Go from there and see like what I want to do as far as like additional, as far as like, I don't know, additional things are necessary to get it to run properly and not lag. I mean, I'll say typically I've had no like major lagging issues other than in Diablo, and it's intermittent too, so. I'm sleepy again. This isn't a melatonin thing, by the way. Like I said last week, I'm off the melatonin, but it's more of a not getting that much sleep in the last couple of days. Not really because I couldn't sleep or anything, just because, you know, I had a lot of things I want to do. You know, busy nights, and also like nights where I said to myself, like, okay, I want to play some Diablo, I want to play some Zelda. I want to play both of these things, so let's play like a few hours of each, and then I'll watch some anime. Which, you know, you put those three things together, turns out it sort of eats into your night. I need to say to myself just, okay, it's okay to go to sleep and just not play any Diablo tonight, not play any Zelda tonight. You know, I say that, I didn't play any Zelda on Thursday night, for instance. Like, there are whole days where I don't play Zelda, to be clear. But a lot of that is because, you know, circumstance. I'm turned around again. Mondays, huh? Getting hit by a train takes me all the way back here. I like how the cats are dragging the buses. That's fun. The buses, the trains. I'm going backwards. This way was the wrong way. Ugh. Okay. Another card? This is the wrong way, isn't it? When did I get turned around, I ask you? I'm like wedged between the train and the thing.
What did you do with your time? The usual. Stash. What? It just hid it away.
Okay. Wait. Wait. Oh, right. Climb up on this. Jeez, I forgot the main way that this routes you. I thought that was a dead end. Maybe I'm just tired. Another card. Bought a pair of fancy earplugs. They arrive tomorrow, and so did the Ethernets, by the way. Showed those yesterday, during yesterday's stream, and after, said to myself, you know what? Let's just go ahead and do that. No, I was thinking about it, but there's no point in thinking too hard about it. Just go ahead and purchase them. I will say, I looked at their specs. By the way, here's what they look like, if you're curious. They sort of look like that, like a ring and like a thing that goes on a speaker, like on an earbud. That's like adjustable and interchangeable. I went with the quiet model, though I will note that it is like the rating on it is quieter than is quieter than the earplugs I use right now. But maybe it's, you know, it's a matter of like maybe it's a matter of like how good the seal is, right? Like with earplugs, I often find like it can be very variable. You know, like sometimes the earplugs will shut out everything. Most of the times they'll just shut out a lot. You know, and that basically means your results might vary with earplugs. And I'm wondering if these things will be less. That's all over the place, I guess. Also, I have, you know, sort of in the last couple of years, I say couple of years, the last 5 years or so. Yeah, I'd say the last 5 years, I've come to like sleep with earplugs in, like just as a rule. And I start my morning with earplugs in, so maybe it doesn't make sense to just forever, the rest of my life, continue to buy like a million billion, you know, disposable stickers. Or disposable, not stickers. Disposable earplugs. No. Maybe that's not a thing. It's like super sustainable and super like, you know, you want it to be your life. Meanwhile, one pair of smart scissors, smart earplugs that you put in the nights and then you can take out whenever. That sounds nice. The other thing about earplugs is that like once you take them out, it's like weird to put them back in and reseal them. So, you know, you gotta make a decision when it's time to take out the earplugs. You know, you're not going back to sleep once you take off the earplugs, you know. Once they take out the earplugs, I know, like, yeah, the day has officially started. I'm alert. I'm ready to go. I'm not, like, 1 foot in the bed, you know. I do like that, though. I do like having 1 foot in the bed for, like, an hour or so after I get up. You know, just like, okay, the earplugs are still in. I can't hear that all that well, you know, everything's very muffled. So if there's noise outside, if there's like environmental noise, I don't have to hear it. It's just quiet and mellow, and you know, that's just how I like my mornings. The one problem with like these style of earplugs that are disposable, besides, you know, trash and waste and all, is that when you eat with those earplugs in, they sound really weird, like as your skull like moves around. The earplugs sort of like squish and squash, which is just like really distracting and weird. So I usually can't eat breakfast until I agree to being awake and take them out. So maybe like with these earbuds, with these doodads, again getting the quiet one, maybe I can just like take them out to eat, put them back in if I want to just continue being in quiet mode. I could also get the other ones, the ones that are just like knock it down a little bit, you know. Then again, I'm not really interested in like concerts or whatever, so, or bars or noisy places. Even though I am a noisy person, I'm not interested in such places. I don't like being in a place where anything is louder than I am. You know, whether it's a television or a... Well, maybe a television can be louder than me. But if something's louder than me, I'm unhappy, generally. I want to be the loudest thing in the room. I'd be okay with a louder person than me, I guess. Because I am a loud person. If someone else were to be loud, yeah, sure. You know, it's fine, it's cool. I am too loud. But like,
Enjoying your stay in my metro.
lawnmowers,
People from all over here.
music, neighbor noise. It's louder than me, I'm very unhappy. Oh my god, like there's some bars near here that play like really, really, really loud music all night long. It is obnoxious, I hate it. I hate just hearing the bass of it, you know? Like, that's all that gets to me. Like, it's just a throbbing bass. Just, like, discordant. And, like, a discordant, distant wail. And it's just like, oh my god, what the fuck is that? That's music. I can't hear it as music, but it's definitely music, and I hate it. Anyway,
Perfect place for a little lying.
I'm excited for all that stuff to come
You've almost
in the
earned
mail.
yourself a real cut of the action here.
Very cool.
Almost.
How many have we done here in this Nyakuza? How much have we done in Nyakuza? We've done 5. I believe there are 10 in this whole like DLC. I think there's nothing stopping us from getting all 10 tonight. Honestly, I'd like to do that if however possible. Though we could save some for another time. I feel like that would be perfectly fine as well. But I think we'll end the stream when we finish up here, because I do like this stream just being limited to Nyakuza, you know, rather than jumping around a bit. Where are we going? Let me see. What did she say? I wasn't listening.
I hope
You say
your
to go
tickets
somewhere?
are in order, little one. One of my little treasures has been.
Pink Paw, there's where we're going now. Card. Doesn't it feel good to buy things? God, you know, I always like to buy things. I like to have ideas. I see things that I want, and I go like, oh, I want that. You know, whether it's like stream related, like, oh, I want this fancy capture card. Oh, I want this fancy camera. Oh, I want a preview monitor. You know, those are things I want and I buy and I research and I feel good about. But also, there's things like the earplugs, like the like Ethernet cables. Like, it feels good to think about something and be like, yeah, I think I want a product to solve my problem. To look and find that there is such a product, and then to get it. That is good. I like in my life to always be getting something new. You know, something that really grabs my interest and improves my life in some way. And I'll say, like, also right now, I'll talk about it later, but I am looking at getting a bike. My dad has like a 30-year-old bike he's not using, and he said it was really expensive, so it should still be good. This area seems like harder than the last area I was in. It's kind of hard to run here because, like, or like, you know, slide here. Yay! Yee! Ooh. Okay. Attempt 2. So I'm getting a new bike, getting a new other stuff. It just feels good to get new products and, you know, find your life meaningfully improved. Find your life meaningfully improved by it, you know? And I would encourage y'all, if y'all aren't in the habit of doing this, when y'all have problems, think like, what could help me solve the problem right now? How could I solve it? And then look on Amazon to see if you can find a product. Like, one thing that I mentioned bars and stuff being near me being a problem. One thing I bought for that was this. I bought these, which are a pair of like they're like noise isolating, noise like proof ear things. You put them over, they muffle the whole world. You're supposed to wear them like during in construction sites and on like if you're shooting a gun. but I just bought them to, like, block out the sound of bars that are nearby playing loud music all night. And just so I could, like, block it all out. And what I do is I wear, like, in-ear headphones beneath those, and that is, like, as soundproof as I can get. That's as blocked out as those bars can get, and that gives me a little bit of solace in moments where I'm just like, I hate this, I want to hear their bass. And I'll, like, put those on and listen to my anime and, you know, block them out to the best of my ability. Where's the... Hello? Where's the things? Wah! What the fuck was that? Okay. Okay. It just needed time to load them, I guess. Okay. Whatever. Anyway, they're really effective for, like, blocking out sound and really just making things extremely super quiet. You know, in a really nice way. This level has some good-ass music, like, goddamn. Like, more music, I think, than any other level previously, and just, like, a good variety of it. Nice. Anyway, I always enjoy the thought that, like, okay, you know, things are not stagnant here. I'm getting new things. You know, my situation is improved. It's better now. Now that I got XYZ. You know, that's a feeling I enjoy, and I hope y'all enjoy the same feeling. You know, I hope y'all buy something, like, weird, like a blanket or something. I didn't buy it, but I did get, like, a new thing the other day. My ma, I think she probably got a new one and gave me her old one, but she gave me, like, a really good mirror that you can, like, look really close in and, like, show your whole face in, like, high detail. Better than the previous one of those that I had, and also has a light. But the light doesn't work half the time, but it's fine, you know, hey, it's used. Kind of funny looking at that and being like, wow, I can see every hair on my head and every hair on my beard, and I can see what color each of them is, you know, individually. And that sort of detail is like, dang. I also just like buying things when I, like, go to the store, right? I mentioned I went to the grocery store today, and I had to get toothpaste. And I just looked at the toothpaste that was on offer, and it was just like, yeah, okay, I'll get the charcoal one that I got last time because I thought that was cool, and that sounded like a good thing. But you know what? I also see this thing that says it builds enamel, and I don't know what that means, but that sounds good, you know? And I hear that, and I go like, oh, I probably want to build enamel, don't I? I want some enamel. I'm gonna go ahead and buy that, and, you know, I guess I'll switch back and forth between the two kinds. Or maybe I can put both of them on the toothpaste, on the toothbrush as once. That's always fun if you have, like... I don't know if you're supposed to do this, but sometimes I get, like, 2 different kinds of shampoo, like 2 different scents, and I'll just be like, yeah, squirt of one, squirt of the other. Combine them, you know? Get, like, a mixture. And presumably it smells a little different each time then, since it probably would be a unique blend. Which I think would be like, I don't know. A little bit of randomness is, like, appealing to me in life, you know? A little bit of, like, uncertainty.
Wanna buy something?
I think that's appealing. And also I like just getting everything all at once, you know? I like to just hedge my bets in that way, I suppose, if that tracks. That's the end of the buying things conversation. That's the end of buying things block. I'm kind of toying now with, like, making my hard blocks more explicit. You know, when I put together a pre-programmed block of cards that is, like, tangentially all related, which I think is a fun thing to do, you know, so it gives a through line to the conversation, even if I'm pulling it out of the hat. Speaking of pulling things out of hats, that doesn't No, that's not a tangent. Did y'all see that Amazon tells you sales figures now? Oh right, I had one more thing to talk about as far as like buying things go. While I was buying those things on Amazon, I noticed a new thing that they do relatively recently. Apparently, they'll tell you now like, oh, you know, this thing has sold like X amount in the last month or so, which honestly does do a little bit to allay my fears of being had, you know, of being like caught by some scammer who had fucking just put up a shop, put up an item, did a bunch of fake reviews, and just went to town. At least I could see here like, oh, hundreds of thousands of people have bought it, and presumably they haven't returned it, or else, you know, they wouldn't be in this stat, right? At least you'd hope not. Honestly, that's the thing I need from Amazon to be more alert on. Just, like, do some more work in, like, shutting out the people who are doing, like, scams on your stuff. You know, just, like, doing a product and then changing the product entirely. Or, you know, those pages where it's, like, you look at the product page and it's like, okay, we sell, this is a cell phone, and you can get a cell phone, or, like, a charger, or, like, a camera, or like a dongle that like captures audio. And you know, all these things are on one product page, which is their way of like goosing reviews, you know? Like, oh, we got 100,000 reviews for this iPhone cable, right? Why not also sell here a you know, a audio cable adapter? And even if it's no good, people will buy it because they see the number of reviews and think, oh, this is it. Hey, there's the pink ticket. Well, bam. The cat. Can we get this? Oh, that's a bonus thing. That's a bonus thing. Okay. It's not. We don't have the time stop ability yet, but that's not one of the timepieces, so we don't have to get it, you know.
Make sure you
How we headed back at main station.
Shh! Get out! You're ruining my hiding spot.
Why are you hiding? I get why they're hiding. Maybe I talk to the people in order, I'd know what's up.
About 100 pulls from the event box. Dang! I've been working as a
Talking about
tourist
gotchas.
You know you can trade points for them, right? What? Not yet. I see it.
Speaking of, let me make sure that the stream ain't chugging right now. Yeah, looks good to me. Perfect. Speaking of talking to NPCs, I've been playing Tears of the Kingdom. I'm still in the state where I'm nearly done as far as like most things, but there's still a couple of things that I had not and have not discovered. Like I was saying in like a lot of the Discords I'm in, though not my own. I should probably cross-post random gaming thoughts also to my own Discord so that people are encouraged to also do that, you know, when I'm posting it to other places. I realized in Lookout Landing, I found, and this is not a spoiler, I don't think it's a spoiler because it seemed like a tutorial area, that 100 hours in, I walked in, I talked to an NPC and he was like, hey, let me let you into the evacuation shelter. And I said, what? 100 hours in, I'm finding the evacuation shelter, which apparently seems like some sort of tutorial area where like characters tell you, you know, all sorts of side things. And it's funny, I said that in Discord and I saw a lot of people going like, you cannot be serious right now. Did you not just talk to our NPCs? You know, hey, you know, everyone finds things in different orders, what? I'm also still working on upgrading armor. Still working on figuring out how to do that. I was told the other day that you have to like find a band or something. And
You know the deal, kiddo.
I managed to find a hint that actually pointed me in the right direction in game, so, you know, well, it didn't feel like I was just looking it up or anything. And went to the proper stable and started that quest, I
There
guess.
mustn't be any left.
So I might get some upgraded armor.
There's an operation.
I was
going
sort
on
of
that I
curious,
stand to make a
like,
killing.
maybe I never upgrade armor. I don't remember upgrading armor. I looked, I totally upgraded my armor. Like, this couple of armor that I actually used that was like vanilla, totally upgraded. I guess I just went for the ones that looked like the best. You know, like the one with the nice hood, the classic outfits, that stuff. You know, rather than stuff with effects. Like, if you ask me now, I'd say, like, I'd probably upgrade the stuff with effects. That makes the most sense, you know? I'll be using that stuff the most in general. But, I don't know. Maybe there's a benefit to it. Maybe that stuff is like highest armor for whatever, you know, bang for your buck, you know. What's up? What are you telling me?
Take yourself to the green line again.
Green line, let's go. I think we're repeating now. So, repeating stations. I'm gonna go get a drink real fast because I'm fucking thirsty. My water is all tapped. Give me a second to run to the fridge and get my water and, you know, pour it into the thing. And then we'll do another thing, another card, and we'll go over to green. All right. Very good. It's good to have water to drink so you don't get thirsty. Hydrate, you know? I'll say, on hydration, I think that the idea of there being a quota that people must drink every day, you know, that's silly. You don't actually need to do anything of the sort. Just drink when you're thirsty. Your body is pretty good at telling you when you need to drink. And you don't really have to worry about drinking extra. You drink extra, you're just gonna pee more. That's the long and short of it, actually. But I was thirsty, so, you know, I'd be silly not to listen to my body. And water is good as well. That's the other thing. I enjoy drinking water when I am parched. Cold water, especially. What's your deal?
Talk right now, kid. I'm busy trying to send some work emails, but
Oh, I already talked to you. Oh, look at that. It's a map. Huh. That's interesting. So the lines all, like, intersect at points? Jeez, I barely even noticed that that's how it works, if that's really how it works. The tabby line, the tortoiseshell line, the spotty line, and the calico line. There's also a catwalk. There's also a couple of catwalks around. Huh. And a spaceport somewhere. Huh. Is that actual Japanese? No, I don't think so. That's just fake cat language. Yeah, it's just fake cat language. Unless... No, that's not it. Unless it's like highly stylized to the point where you wouldn't recognize it, but at that point, is it Japanese? think it's Japanese in at that point.
Hey, can I borrow your mask? Mine's
What about up here? This area looks fishy.
I'm some Nyakuza here. Take a look.
Been over here. Okay, but this is Pink Paw over here. It's no longer green. But I don't think we went down the sewers of green. Yeah, I don't remember this. Okay, what we need to do is lure this guy around such that we can get in there and use him as a bounce once we're in there. Wait, what happened there? Mud only lasts a certain time? Maybe it's not mud. Or like goo. Oh, I was just trying to lure him. I don't need to jump on him after.
Wanna buy something? Shopping around?
Balls and pizza? What?
Bye-bye.
Not a combo. None of those things are combos. Shoyu ramen and rice, maybe? Katsu curry and rice. That's it. That's just a rice bowl at that point.
A new combo has been found.
Curry and rice? Okay. Well, yeah, the curry is also... Geez, I guess that shows, like, the way I like it, right?
Katsu curry.
I would put the pork choplets on the rice.
Flavorful curry.
With some onions and some,
While the pun is irresistible given that you're in a cat metro, it will not be appreciated.
Wait, what? What? Katsu. Oh, Katsu, because it sounds like a cat. They're cats.
Rice. Rice is one of the...
Gotcha, okay. Yeah, it doesn't, you know... Word in one language sounding like word in another language. I don't know that that's all that interesting to me, you know? It's like, yeah, that's just... They're unrelated words, you know? I don't know you need to joke about it.
With the big waving cat, it's beckoning.
Which is to say, I can see why it would be unappreciated. Like, yeah, it's just what it's called.
Ready to take your order.
Yeah, katsu means, it means like, pork in Japanese, I think. Or like pork chop, I suppose. Doesn't like... Pig is like, Buddha? Buta? Not sure actually, like, the specific how you say that, but it's something like that, because I definitely, you know, I could think of, like, all sorts of characters being called Pig. Or is it like Butsa?
For a new place. You're gonna pay for a house.
No, that wouldn't be right. That's not how they combine characters that often, right? Sa is sa a thing?
Did she write me a check?
Maybe it is a thing in like certain words. Would that be like suit and then like a little A? That would be like for loan words. No. I think it's Buta. I don't know if it has like the little stopper thing, if it's like three mora or two mora. Let me look. Pig in Japanese. Yeah, it's Buddha. Okay. Buta. Two mora. It's not like Buta, or it's not like Buta. Buta. Okay. Seems familiar. Oh, okay, we're where we were trying to go.
Are you hungry?
No, not really. I mean, I could eat, honestly, in real life, but not in game. I'm hungry for some sort of customization. Oh, I think I see what we gotta do here. Either I see what we gotta do, or I am backtracking something fierce. Oh, I think I got right on the money there. Another card. Been playing Diablo 4. Yeah, so the last few days, like, that's been the 2 games I've been playing, like, just seeing, like, a little bit more of Zelda at a time, getting a little closer to, like, being ready to go fight the final boss, whoever he may be. Getting a little closer to the final boss with every passing day, but also starting in on Diablo, and I've been having a hell of a time, I'll say. I've been having a good time with that. I've been finding it to be very addicting. No, addicting is the wrong word. It's not that strong, but it's very easy to get caught up in, right? And it's easy to just, like, sit down, like, mindlessly do missions and attack guys and do the stuff. You know, I'll say that I've found out since the last stream, I think I like just mindlessly playing more than anything, so I started skipping cutscenes with all characters, not just, you know, everyone but the first one. I got 4 characters to play. I don't have time to hear, like, oh, the Horadrim. You know, I don't care that much about the side characters and stuff. I just want to hit dudes and use my abilities and really, you know, play my guy. My guys.
You're a cat without any fur.
The one I've gotten the most furthest is nice. Here's another one. The characters I've gotten most furthest is a druid, but also the barbarian. I did a bit more with last night. Barbarian is second
You know
farthest.
the deal. Gimme here.
I'm like level 14 with the the druid, and like level 10 with the barbarian, I think. Roundabout. With the barbarian, I just beat like some mini boss that's in a 7 is lucky. That's right.
Do you have any aspirations, child? Things you want to do when you're older?
Ah. So yeah, with the barbarian, I beat like some mini boss in some dungeon, which took me a bunch of tries with the druid, but only took me like 1 or 2 with the barbarian, which felt pretty good. Which kind of surprised me because the druid, I gave her like a health recovery move, but I didn't give any such move to the I gave like one that does like a protect to the warrior, and that's fun, but you know, apparently that's all I needed. Protect, and also a little bit of what's that called? Reinvigorate, reinforce. Not really sure how that fucking works, but it makes you tankier or something. That game seems really fun. I can't wait to get my other characters up to like having 3 moves, you know, having access to 3 moves without, you know, giving up. So far, it seems like the best way to do it is to buy 1 move of each set of moves. You know, if you get like a second big attack move, it's kind of redundant. At least it seems that way to me right now, especially since, you know, you can't like you can only do so much, and if you want to change it, it costs resources, it costs money.
Keep being useful,
So you don't want to
and there won't be much.
you don't want to respec too often, unfortunately. Let's go to pink, I guess. You don't want to respec too often. Which I find fairly limiting. You know, I like variety, but at the same time, I'm getting drawn in. Like, oh shit. You know, I think I might prefer Diablo 3 on the whole, but also, you You know, last time I revisited Diablo 3, I didn't do that much of it. You know, it didn't draw me back in, but this is, so maybe it, I don't know. Maybe it does, there is something here. That's not just like, oh, it's Diablo 3, but it's new and shiny and different, you know. Maybe it's just, maybe there's more here than just, oh, you know, you've done, maybe there's more here than just simply, oh, hey, there's new characters and they all, like, have different, you know, moves and stuff to experiment with, you know. Maybe it's more than that. Maybe it's just also just really fucking fantastic. I mean, I'll tell you, like, the other games I was playing at the same time when I... Whoa, hey. Oh, this is... Wait. That was back where I came, wasn't it? Or back, like... That's how we got here in the first place. Through that tunnel. Playing Diablo 4 definitely, like, holds its own with Zelda, you know? And I think that that alone is, like, worthy of praise. You know, like, man, I could be playing Zelda right now, but instead I'm grinding up multiple characters on Diablo while listening to podcasts. That is, like, you know, as far as competition goes, you'd be hard-pressed to find anyone that is more like, you know, air-consuming, you know, that consumes more of the oxygen in the room than Tears of the Kingdom. And yet, I do feel like, strongly, like, that I want to make the time for Diablo as well. Which I didn't for, like, Like a Dragon Eastern or the Star Wars game. You know, for Fallen Order. And, you know, that itself is meaningful. That itself, like, is a good indicator, right? If you're ever looking for, like, signs, like, if you're trying to figure out, like, oh, how much do I like this game? How much do I like this show? Etc. A good heuristic is to say, like, well, how willing am I to drop everything to play it? You know? And I'm pretty willing to drop everything to play Tears of the Kingdom. And I'm pretty willing to drop, you know, sleep, play a little Diablo. So, you know, that's a pretty good, like, indicator. Whereas, like, some games I have to force myself to play it, which, you know, that's the opposite of how it should work, you know. When you have a game like that, that's making you feel that way, you know that something ain't quite coming together, you know. Something's not quite as it should be. Is this still pink? I've been here before. I remember that. Did I go through here? Yeah, it's green clean down here. That ain't right. Yeah, I've been through here. Yeah. I just had to check. Can I get back up? Honest question. I'm just gonna return a note hub and then re-enter.
Here we go.
Oh, hey! They're doing the ending thing because, Wait! No, you don't! Are you gonna make me do the ending right now because I have enough to do the ending? Please, we're trying to do a Nyakuza Special here. I'm trying to just play Nyakuza Metro right now. Please understand, video game.
penetrated that
The alarms did go off, but
spaceship without the alarms
go
going
off.
I bet she's collected a ton more timepieces than I have.
Yeah.
Now where does she keep them?
Can I just re-enter the Nyakuza Metro real fast? Let's go to main menu. I'm gonna see if I could re-enter it from the main menu. It is DLC. Can I do that? I think we should save that for next time. I don't want to do the whole... Oh, I don't think you can just go directly into there. Yeah, that's not like a... This button appears to be a button that's like, oh, you could do it. I think this is just a promo thing. Like, if you didn't buy it. Okay. God damn it. Well.
All right, I bet.
Yeah, we have 29 of them. We needed 25 to enter the end game. Okay, let's see if there's a way we can not do the ending. Let's see if there's a way we can not do the ending. We can just do that and then everything's fine. Yeah, it's gonna enter us into the end game. Oh, hang on, no, it's just unlock the final world. Good, okay. Look, there's money. There's money, okay. Good, okay, good. I was worried there. I was worried there that we couldn't do it from where we were. But we're fine. We're 100% fine here. Oh, also, we're just nearly at the finale of the Nyakuza Metro, which, of course, it has a finale. It could not have a finale. I think there's 10 things in here. We've gotten 7 of them, so that leaves like 1 left for the finale. Then, I would imagine. Unless you only need to get like 8 before the finale happens. I think I've heard there's let me check. Nyakuza Metro count. Time piece count. There are 9 timepieces excluding time rifts. Okay, so 1 for the last one we have to get in Pink Station. And then the boss. How do you get the time? What about the time rift though? Can we get to the time rifts? What's up with the time rifts? Maybe those are added like post everything. Google, see like Nyakuza Metro time rift. How do you unlock it though is the question. How do you unlock that? Is that like a thing where you have to... I'm not signed into Steam on a phone. Just open it in a browser, thank you. Need to see. I don't need my account to read a Steam question. Find relic pieces and put them together to do it. Okay. I guess that's the thing. For a lot of these, like, time rifts, we have to unlock them by finding stuff. Which, we do have a badge that'll, like... We haven't really dashed this whole fucking time. Use the run button at all. So, let's use the compass badge then. Is that pointing us to sticker? No, it's pointing us towards something good.
Bad news, buddy. 3 o'clock got delayed again.
Some sort of wall jump thing. Oh, okay. That is indeed a rift token. Okay, compass, you steered me good. What else you got? Can you point me to the relic then? The relic is really what I want here. Anyway, after tonight's stream, I hope to do a little bit more Diablo, a little bit more Zelda, and maybe a little bit of one other game that I play every day. And I honestly did get in a little bit of it before the stream, you know, because it's such a short... A game that's easy to play in short bursts. What's that mean? I really wish you could pan up the fucking camera! Especially now that I have a thing that's pointing me like, hey, there's something up there. It's like, I can't fucking see it! I wish I could see it! I wish I could look and see what you're talking about. Little arrow. I can't. You know, I guess camera... Game development, from what I understand, is, like, extremely hard. To be fair, I don't want to, like... I don't want to sound out of touch and be like, make the camera good, god damn it. Because, like, well, that's really hard, though. But, you know, I do think when you play a game, you gotta, like... When you play a game, when you consume a movie, you gotta put on your critical hat, you know? You can't be like, well, it was hard to make this movie, so I guess it's okay that it really bored me. And I, you know, didn't get much out of it. You know, not that this is boring. You know, I'm just saying, you can't sugarcoat problems just by saying, like, oh, but it was really hard to make. It was really hard to make. Everything's really hard to make, and it's just not material whether, like, something is worth money. You know, considering that you probably paid for it. That said, this game is absolutely worth money and worth whatever it fucking costs. You know, I guess I wouldn't pay for it twice, but it's absolutely, you know.
They're stylish.
I guess I really don't know what I'm saying sometimes. Yeah, whatever. Sometimes I you know, say things and I think like, yeah, that really makes sense. I don't think you should forgive games for issues just because I'm sure it was very hard to do it. Good. You know what? Let's just keep it equipped and go and do that. You know what? We found one relic, the bag relic. How hard can it be to find the other relic if we know where it is? Let's see. Let me Google. Nyakuza Metro relics. There's only 2 this time around. One is in location spoiler. Reddit won't let me click it. I already got the necklace one. Where's the necklace? I have the bag. See what's on the wiki. What is that bag? I don't see it on the wiki. Let me see. A Hat in Time archive.fandom. Maybe they know. whereabouts is it? There's a relic in the blue fin and the pink paw. Okay, let's go to the pink paw. Because that's where our other thing is anyway, so, you know. I'm sure it's somewhere in thereabouts. What is that other game I mentioned a couple minutes ago before getting sidetracked? Well, it's Marvel Snap. Still on that high evolutionary train. Last Friday after the stream, I whoa, what the hell? Oh, I'm in a different. Oopsie daisy. I'm in a different place than I usually am. I meant to show this, but I wasn't in the main page of my stream deck. Hello, Sonic fan. I got High Evolutionary yesterday, or not yesterday, on Thursday. You know what? Those look perfectly good. I turned down the detail on them a bit because Hat in Time was really struggling, and it didn't really make a difference, so I had to drop the frame rate to 30 frames a second for Hat in Time. But that looks great. That looks fine. I'm glad I didn't close it, actually, because I was able to get the game working without doing that. At least working okay. Anyway, Marvel Snap been playing this like high evolutionary deck since Friday, and it's sick. It's great. The only thing about it right now that I'm like struggling with is that, or I say struggling with, the thing that's sort of dumb about it is that I got Iron Lad in it, which is sort of a fun like random chance card. You know, copies a random card from the like your top of your deck, right? But I've gotten High Evolutionary copied like so many times, and he don't do nothing at all if he copies that, so I'm thinking about maybe putting some other card in there. I don't know what. I'll figure it out later, I reckon. But playing a ton of them, ranking up like at a much faster speed than I have for the last couple of weeks. This is definitely the area. This is definitely where we need to go. This is entirely new. By the way, you got your first GameCube game at a retro shop, SpongeBob SquarePants. This game turns 30 years old. Your first GameCube game. Wow. So I guess you never had a GameCube then, originally, is what you're saying, Sonic fan. So I don't know if you're a young man or if you had like a Dreamcast, Xbox at the time. From what I heard, a lot of the like Dreamcast people went over to Xbox after Dreamcast, you know, after Sega died. Oh, this is interesting. We have to collect all the things to go forward. You're young? Gotcha. My friend in like growing up, he was a Sega person up until the I say my friend, I actually haven't talked to him in like 10 years, but you know, my childhood friend, let's say. He was a big you know, Sega guy, and he went on to Xbox and Halo after that whole thing blew up. You know, I guess on some level probably like sore feelings about Sony, you know. I think that's how it was for a lot of us, like diehards in that era. I was more on the Nintendo side of the fence, but you know, was much more willing to move over to Xbox once that all once the 360 came around. Happy for you. Fun fact, what's the fun fact? Xbox is. Yes. I'm being pointed towards a collectible here. What is this fun fact about Xboxes? I want my fun fact. Where's my fun fact, damn it? No, you're typing it. I'm typing it. I get you. You're good. I'll say again, by the way, plans for the week. since I did the Sunday stream and the, you know, a couple other streams recently have gone long, I'm planning on not doing a Thursday stream this week. So the next time will be Friday. Fun fact, Xboxes are backwards compatible with Dreamcasts. Ah, okay. Oh, you know what it is? It's, it must be the returning chatterbox. Sometimes when that returning chatterbox is sort of like, makes the chat not scroll properly in OBS. It's kind of annoying, actually. Maybe I should, like, do some tweaking of those options. Now, let me look at that real fast. I gotta switch windows for the hats. Switch over to OBS. Let me see if I can, like, mess with the chat options, because it's hard to read. Pause chat, scroll only. Yeah, don't pause chat. Why don't you pull up the stream on your phone? Well, I used to do that before I got a preview monitor. Then I was always like going like this, you know, sort of like looking down at my phone all the time. I find it's easier to just look at the preview monitor. It's also a lot bigger than my phone, you know. Let me see now, chat appearance. Whatever, it's fine. Fair point, yeah. When I think of, like, fair points and statements like that, just make me think of Conquer Bad Fur Day saying, like, good point and, well made. He's just sort of a regular British guy, vaguely. What's over here? It's pointing me over in this direction. I didn't do that card. There was a card that got eaten because I was double clicking. You see that game as sort of a inside joke? It is kinda. It's also just like, look, it was funny at the time. This was the time before Family Guy ran that into the ground, where you could just do referential humor. And everyone laughed and thought it was funny. They thought it was the funniest shit they ever seen. Like, oh shit, it's the Matrix. I know the Matrix. But then Family Guy sort of made, you know, ran that into the ground, and now everyone's like, just that's lazy humor. Come on, let's go. Make something, you know, everyone wants something more highbrow now. And also, it is quite crude, you know. Bad Fur Day is. You still think Family Guy is funny? I mean, that's fair. I feel like it's probably just a thing of like, yeah, at the time it was just super played out. And, you know, I always think about the South Park parody of Family Guy. You know, I don't really watch South Park anymore, but I still think about several of its jokes, you know? And one of the jokes I think about is like, yeah, you know, Family Guy could be written by, like, a random number generator. You know, if they did that joke again in now, they would say, like, oh, Family Guy was always written by AIs. It was always AI written. From the start. That was actually the first AI written show. That would be the joke if they did that joke now. If we die, do we lose all the doodads? I don't want to lose all the doodads, so I'll try not to die. You could do a joke where they write a Chat GDG Family Guy episode where after one of the characters sees it on TV. And it's just the same. Yeah. Well, they also, you know, they arguably, they already did a funnier version of that joke, was the manatee thing, which, you know, is more of a non sequitur, and non sequiturs are, you know, like, good. Yee. It's pointing me over in this direction, but I don't see anything over here. And also the train moves so too fast to like go over there. Maybe it's not in this area. Maybe it's not in this area, the thing. Hey, look at that, there's some parts. Another card. Oh, there was a card about humanity, which is a puzzle game about like sort of Lemmings-like. I'm sort of interested in that. I've heard some really good things about it. Remember 2000 and this is returning chatter shit. Hang on, I gotta fix this. I can't mouse out of this game while it's playing. So I have to like do some fancy stuff to like scroll the chat back down. Remember the 200 and 201 incidents? Oh, you mean in South Park where they had like Jesus in it? Or not Jesus, Muhammad. And it was a whole thing. Let me turn off. I'm gonna make the things minimized. Minimized thing. Everything is minimized here. Okay. I think the minimized appearance is gonna work a lot better for chat highlights. Okay, try it again. Do some chatting. Yeah, I remember that. I don't have that much to say about it, other than like, yeah, you know, that sort of thing can be touchy. You know. Feels a bit empty here. And you know, some chats are slow. And you know, there's a perfectly good reason why it's slow right now. Not that many folks here. Glad to have you though, Sonic fan. I appreciate having someone in chat, you know. And I'll say, like, not everyone who like watches chats. There's people who don't chat. And you know, I know the feeling, you know, I know what it's like to watch this stream and not like chat because I'm doing laundry or some shit. You know, that's perfectly normal, and you know, or playing a game or something. It's perfectly normal to not always engage. By the way, for some reason, when I see or play DK Summit, it feels weirdly off-putting. Is that the one where it blasts you up into the stratosphere? It's not the snowy one, though, is it? No, I'm thinking of Maple Skytree, aren't I? Maybe it is the snowy one. Is that the snowy one? The snowy one that is from... That's from Double Dash? I don't know where the optional collectible is. But also, I need to cash in these bits, so let's go ahead and do that. I'm probably barking up the wrong tree. Anyway, perfect! There we go, and that's 30. 30, and we're about to finish this, this whole thing. Beautiful. I think that's the last one we had to collect. The Snowy Mountain. I gotcha. Oh, and by the way, I'll say, speaking of links, I did discontinue the auto mod policy to like just delete links outright, because I realized like, you know, we haven't had that much of a problem with spammers, you know, or people doing bad links, you know. If that turns out to be a big problem now that the gates are open, that's, you know, we'll adjust from there. But I've just found that so far everyone trying to send links has been like benign. Oh god damn it! Still with the OBS, still getting a little bit, having to like manually scroll a little bit. Maybe I need an update of OBS. Maybe I need to update OBS a little. Maybe that would fix it.
To you, it means more money. I told you I would make you rich.
I mean,
I wouldn't lie.
I can't be the only one with this issue. of returning chatter message, like, getting in the way of, like, you know, like scrolling the whole screen, scrolling the chat weird in OBS.
Now for me, well, that's my business. I will call on you if I need your skills again, child. For now,
Right.
enjoy your earnings. I have places to be and preparations to make.
Alright, so that's, well, that's the thing. We got all the timepieces, and we gave them to this lady, who is gonna take good care of them. Wait, that's not right. That's not what we need to do. I also did want to get a relic. Before we do the relic, let me see if I can do the relic and do the time lift, and then we'll finish it off. I seriously want to see if I can figure out where this relic is. Okay, I'm gonna pull up the Hat in Time, Nyakuza Metro, all the relic things. The one relic is at 5 seconds. It's in Bluefin. That's actually pretty good. They put the timestamps in like the first 10 seconds of the video. Let's see here. Is it in Bluefin or is it in red? Hang on, I think I got a different relic. I got one that was like a paper bag. Was that one not it? I'll look at that in a bit, Sonic fan. Hang on, let me just click it. You shouldn't be able to hear it. Oh, right, I'll click it on the thing. Okay, so one's in Bluefin. What about the other one? Okay. Let's go relic hunting. Okay, right now, we're gonna go relic hunting. That's the plan for right now, and then we'll see if we finish the game. And, DK Summit. Yeah, it's the one where you get blasted up and it's all snowy. But it's not the one from DS where it's all snowy. But that one doesn't involve a blast off. Let's go to Bluefin and try to get it. There we go.
Oh, have you seen the latest?
I got a few more cards, by the way. Humanity is a game I'm thinking about getting. I'm not quite 100% on it yet, and I'm also busy with other games, but definitely want to keep it on my radar. People sounded very effusive about it. And usually when people are that effusive, I kind of want to check it out and see for myself. And I'm okay spending like 30 bucks to like find out. Apparently it's free on PlayStation Plus if you have that. I don't have PlayStation Plus, so right out. I'm not really interested in like playing the subscribe game, you know. Playing the like subscribe for a month, play a game and then unsubscribe game.
I tell you at the
I'd rather just keep it nice and simple. Just pay up front and that's that, you know, or and own it, you know. Looking for like a trash guy who's like to bounce off. Should be somewhere along the path. Not sure how far in, but trying to keep an eye out for him. Another card. Follow up on the big bullet squirrel. Again, I'll show this squirrel picture. I'll just one last time. During Friday's stream, I showed off a picture of a squirrel that had big bullocks, you know, it's big balls. And well, I thought it was funny. Yeah, that's right, the squirrel jump scare. But I found a better picture of it that I had. And this one, in fact, I did remember after the stream, like, oh, I had a funny story about it. I actually tweeted it at Conquer himself, Chris Sevor, and he retweeted it. You know, the guy who created Conquer. I thought he would enjoy it, and sure enough, he did. I think he was the only one, But, you know, hey, it makes sense. Could you make an email where it pops up on the screen with a Vine Boom where you play a certain amount of channel points? What, like like viewer-generated content, like, words of your choice? I worry about words of your choice, you know. What if someone were to do a bad thing with it, you know? What if it was in need of moderation? Then I would probably have to do some, like, edit. If I wanted to, like, oh, I think here's where the thing is. Yeah, here's where that that artifact is. Perfect, found it. Oh, with the Vine Boom where you play, where it pops on screen. Oh, do you mean like if here, right? Maybe. I can't see up there, so it's okay. It's that way, so it must be up to this direction. Is it in the middle? I think this is it. This is, I think, where I'm supposed to go. I do know some streamers, they have it so that, like, when people do emotes, they show up on screen, which I do think is fun. But also, you know, different strokes for different folks. I think I like just keeping it gameplay and having it be as clean as possible, like 90% of the time, unless channel points are being spent actively. You know, at which point do you do like a highlight my message and put it on screen? Would that be like safe? I'm not really sure. Well, maybe I have to like jump up this way actually. Yeah, you know what? It's pointing me in that direction, so... Right, yeah. I could, you know, that's something that doesn't require a lot of inputs. I don't know if you can make it so that, like, oh, you could... Does attacking them, like, draw them to you or something? Their noises sound like Celeste noises. Oh, okay, I jump in the mud. Wait, didn't I already do... Right, I did this one, right? So is this a secret or is this just the way forward? Let me look at the video again. Yeah. Where Cat Bouncer is. Should be like cat eyes on the wall, like angry cat eyes near wherever the relic is. So I'm not seeing that. That's not, that wasn't where it was. It's out. I guess, you know, this leads us to the question of, like, is this playthrough a 100% playthrough? Or is it a any percent playthrough, you know? Are we getting all regular mainline timepieces, or are we trying to get, like, all timepieces, you know? Rifts included, including the one where you have to collect a bunch of weird doodads and have that be that. Maybe, maybe this isn't a 100% playthrough. It's sort of what I'm driving at here as I wander around here looking for a relic that the guide I have. We're only guided only by a vague guide, you know. I have a bad feeling that this isn't it. that we're in the wrong area entirely. We've gone too far, perhaps. Should we give up? You know what? If we do this relic, I think I need to do more research. I think two things. One, I need to do more research, like ahead of time, where these fucking things are so we can go and find them, like in short order. And two, we need to do this as like one individual, like one like end of the line sort of stream, right? Like the second to last stream or something is like rounding up the artifacts or something, if we care to. Honestly, I'm not sold that we care to. If the relics, if the time rifts that we're missing are the ones where you have to like bash enemies and like go layer by layer, that's just not as interesting as the ones that are like Mario Sunshine style, you know? So let's pop out of here. Let's get out of Blue Zone. I don't know where to find the relic. Zoomer Luigi. I will say, by the way, please use links with discretion. Look. I'm not looking for memes to be shared in chat. Okay, let me rephrase the prohibition on YouTube videos on linking, right? I don't want a million links because I'm doing a stream here. I can't watch them all. But on the rare occasion where it's like super relevant, like, oh, someone has a guide, for instance, that they want to link, or someone has like a how to do the thing I want to do. In those cases, links are okay. Here's what I'll say about links. I would say that I would prefer you to ask first, okay? Prefer you to ask first if you can do it, if it's something that makes sense, if it's something that we want to see right now. Like, another good example of that would be like a clear video on a level. If you got one, you know, that would make sense as something to post and link, right? Honestly, I think it would be best if it had like some sort of like, instead of just censoring it out, right? If it had just some sort of like auto mod, like, hey, do you want to let this link through? And then I could decide from there, yes or no, you know, based on the context of the link. But, yeah. Got crayons here. Oh, the bag wasn't from there. The bag was from outside. Oh, and the bag goes with crayons. We get the crayons in that level? Go figure. Okay, I guess the crayons come from the level. Here we go. The last timepiece. Ended up giving up on the whole relic hunt. I don't know if we're going to do a thing where we hunt down all the relics and finish this game 100%. Right now, my thought is I would be satisfied with all main timepieces and also all like side rifts, you know, ones where you go in and it's just Mario Sunshine style. The rifts where it's like you have to do a thing to even enter them, that's too much work. That's too much work. I think that's kind of gonna be boring and drag the pace down of the stream. I think I still got a card or two. Hit it. Did you hear About Syndicate for Xbox 360 being shut down? yeah, a couple of EA games are being shut down. Ones that are old, including Syndicate, which I have really fond memories of. I really enjoyed at the time. Thought it was really fun to run around, hack things, just holding down left bumper. It had like a cool... You know how in Gears of War, there's like the active reload thing? So it had that, but for hacking, so that you would point at something and you would have to hold down the button until the bar filled to a certain point, and then you released it to hack. And that was really fun, and also it helped that the gunplay felt really fast and snappy. Syndicate, underappreciated game. The co-op was pretty fun in a mindless, dumb, fun sort of way, and I'll mourn it, you know? Not like anyone has played Syndicate in ages, but... And this is the thing I was thinking about, like, yeah, well, I guess... Why did I lose a pin? What happened there? That's weird. It's not like anyone's played a lot of those games they're taking down in ages, but I do think it's valuable to have online services be up, you know? Or at the very least, allow the community, or like any community that exists, if one should come to exist, or anyone who wants to preserve the game, do that server stuff if they wanted to in the future. But with Syndicate, and I'll say, like, I have had cases where some streamer was doing like some really old game, right? And you know, they hopped into the multiplayer and everyone else joined them. Like, I remember I was watching a charity stream that a streamer I really like, Dan Reichert, was doing. He booted up Perfect Dark Zero, and we all booted up Perfect Dark Zero, like 30 of us all at once, and we played Perfect Dark Zero online. It was hilarious, you know, it was fun. It was bad, but in a way that was funny. And this was just funny to just be running around all fucking slow, picking up all sorts of weird guns and, you know, killing each other. And it's like, oh shit, this is such dumb fun. Just a good thing that this is still available. Whereas like Syndicate, which is absolutely a game that would be fun to like pop in and do a little of. I wonder if I were to do a Syndicate stream for the end of Syndicate, would people... When is Syndicate ending? I think Syndicate might be ending like really soon. I wonder if people would drop in and like we could actually get some of the online going. Syndicate. Is it backwards compatible? The Xbox back compat was removed? Really? Wait. I'm seeing a thing from EA Answers saying that I have the physical 360 disc, which I installed and played on my Xbox One S through the backwards compatibility. Yesterday I tried to play it, but the Xbox tells me it's not compatible anymore. I get if you delist it, you don't want to sell it anymore because it's not going to be online, but I can no longer play a physical game that I own. What the fuck? Okay, I guess I can't play it because I too have an Xbox copy of it. God damn it, that sucks. Oh my god. I'm sorry, I'm overreacting a bit, but I hate it when I realize that a game that I played, that I love on the 360 is just like out of my reach now because it doesn't work unless you have an actual honest-to-God 360. You could probably find an Xbox 360 at a garage sale. I'll say I have a list of games that I would play if I got an Xbox 360. Like, I would play Tony Hawk's Project 8. I would play Blur. I would play this, apparently. I'd play Syndicate. I should add that to the list, actually. I should add that to the list. I have a list on backlog.com that's a private list. It's just for me of games that I would play if I had such a circumstance. And, you know, the more games that are on that list, the closer I get to buying an Xbox 360 and just, you know, maybe doing a stream. I say that Tony Hawk's Project 8, that's going to have licensed music. Blur, that's gonna have licensed music. Those are not very stream-friendly games, if I'm thinking about it. But, hey, we did all of Grand Theft Auto 5 and it was fine. I just couldn't monetize those videos on YouTube if I had enough followers to even subscribers on YouTube to monetize in the first place, which I don't, so it's kind of a non-issue, honestly. I think one of the GTA videos wasn't playable in Russia for some reason because of some copyright thing, which was like, okay, you know what? Fine, I'll take it. That's not so bad, you know. Maybe it'll be fine. Maybe we could play those games. You don't give a fuck about copyright, you just don't care. I'm really cautious. I'm really cautious about that stuff. But maybe I'm overly so, you know? Especially in this day where, like, you know, there was a while there, and it still is the case, where, like, every game comes up, gotta have a streamer mode because, you know, you don't know how these music companies are gonna be about it. Syndicate. You just don't know. But, yeah, go ahead. There's now 3 games on my list of games I would play. I should probably look through my complete, like, 360 library and see if there's any other such games that, I can't play anymore that I would really like to. It'd be cool if there was, like, you know how you can do, like, developer stuff on the console, right? And people use that to do, like, emulators and stuff. It'd be cool if someone put out, like, oh, it's a 360 emulator. It does all the games that aren't officially supported, you know? It'll just do it for you. Wait, where'd my things go? I was just holding... You got Hitman 2? I didn't play any of the Hitmans before Hitman, before the new Hitman games, so I can't speak to those. If you mean, do you have Hitman 2, like the new one? Yeah, I have the Hitman 1, 2, and 3 from the recent times. Play it modded. I've never heard of modded Hitman. Hey, buddy, what's up?
Catch her. Make it quick.
Alright, let's for real finish off this thing. Little sidetrack there with my Xbox 360 digression. I would really love to play that game again, too. I'll tell you, all 3 of these games are games I would love to play again.
$1 million.
I would love to play again Blur. I would love to play again Tony Hawk. And Syndicate, I think, would be fun. Holy hell.
You won't get far.
Ah! That's pretty good. I think I found the thumbnail in that moment. Or one of those.
Catch her. Make it quick.
Are we running, like, anywhere in particular, or just away? Should we get caught? I'm not sure. I just ran... You know what? I bet this is, like, leading us through the level along a certain path. You know. And every other path will be closed off for this time. That's the gimmick here. Also, it seems like there's plenty of time to talk, so I really should have just kept on trucking rather than get caught up in talking about Xbox 360 stuff. Whoops. You know, you live and learn. Wouldn't want to have to talk about Xbox 360 stuff during this part. This part's really cool. Look at it. Bunch of guys.
Catch her. Make it quick.
Where's the there? Have you heard of Tenacious D's video games? No, I didn't know Tenacious D had video games. Oh, you know what? I can use run here. You framey. D's video games is a new song? He's still doing songs as Tenacious D? Tenacious D is just Jack Black, right? I would have thought that... Maybe this is a weird thought, but I would have thought with, like, him being Bowser, there was, like, some sort of tacit agreement of, like, okay, be kind of PG for a bit, you know? Parents and stuff might be looking at you, you know, and kids might be like, oh, well, let me follow Bowser on Twitter. That's not what kids sound like. That sounds like grandmas. I don't know why my kid's voice is a grandma voice. It's okay, kids. Go ahead and follow Tenacious D. It's Bowser. Isn't like Jack Black, it's an entire band? Is Jack... Well, I guess I thought it was a thing of the past. You know, a thing that ended like, well, eras ago, you know? As Jack Black focused on other aspects of his career. But I guess there's other people in the band and, you know, their careers aren't over. And they're not in movies. Maybe they are, I don't know. What do I know? I know there's, I've listened to a couple of Tenacious D, songs. But, like, very few, actually. What am I doing wrong here? I'm not realizing what I'm supposed to be doing. I've listened to Fuck Her Gently and the Inwards Breathing song. It's not a song, it's more of a bit. What the hell is this? Which I think was just like a sketch. I don't remember why I looked up that one or found it. I think there was something about that bit, someone referenced or something.
Can you not catch a child?
Oh, I was looking for the thing where he's like, fucking fuck you, man! Fuck you, man! The way where Jack Black just says like, fuck, you fucking dick. That's the thing. That's what I was looking up. And it so happened to be in that inwards breathing bit, which is just kind of a weird segment, I guess. Just a bit of fun cursing, you know, it doesn't really have to be like, you know, meaningful. It doesn't have to actually be like coherent. It's just an excuse for Jack Black to do like, fucking fuck you, man. You fucking dick.
Special delivery.
I'll say I'm not a big music person. Like, I mean, like, I guess maybe big music people aren't necessarily into Tenacious D so much, like, all the way.
Are you running from me?
Like, that's more niche than, like, general music knowledge would require. But yeah, I don't, like, the last new song that I listened to... The last time I listened to new music, like, that wasn't anime music, was, when was, like, Emotion Part 2, B-Sides? That was, like, what, 2013, 2014? It's like 10 years, yeah. Video games is a bop. I must have hit a checkpoint by this point, right? If we die, we're not going all the way back. But also, let's try not to die. Hey, Mario Live, what's up? I'm doing a little bit of a Nyakuza Special today. Did just Nyakuza all the way. We're finishing it all in one go. Though I did exit in the middle of it and was alarmed to find out, like, oh no, a cutscene for, like, the end of the game. A cutscene for the end of the game. And turns out, like, no, you don't have to go to it right away. You can go back and finish off Nyakuza, you damn, you know, weirdo playing the game like this. So that's what's on the agenda for tonight, Mario Live. finishing this thing off, which we are just about. Sort of a shorter stream, maybe. At least it's on track to be about 3 hours. Which is shorter than the last couple, but I don't know. I am thinking about reining it in a little bit, you know. Oh, also, hey, Mario Live, do you know where the relics are? I was looking for the relics earlier, but I couldn't find them. I looked up a guide, but I couldn't, like, you know, look at it too closely because I'm on stream and stuff. But I don't know if you told me before, but you streamed on YouTube recently? I've been streaming with multi-streaming. Ah, as not an affiliate then. Gotcha. That's cool. I'll tell you, like, I've been like curious about the other way, but you know, going from Twitch to YouTube. I mean, I post my VODs to YouTube, but I've been curious about, like, I've been like, I say curious. I've been like in the position where if Twitch were to let me, I would absolutely like multi-stream, but Twitch don't let me because I'm an affiliate. You don't have most relic locations memorized? Oh, okay, so is like 100% relics like a very infrequently run category then? Okay. I was trying to find them, but I just couldn't, and I just figured like, you know what? Maybe now is as good a time as ever to say like, maybe this isn't a 100% run right here. Maybe this isn't 100% playthrough. Maybe this is just like all mainline, you know, timepieces and like the time rifts that are like there by default. You know, no relics or no, or just, you know, not all relics anyway. Any we get just like by happenstance, yes. You've never won 100%? Gotcha. We got a Mario fan and a Sonic fan in chat. I just noticed that. You're right, Sonic fan is Sonic fan and Mario fan is Mario fan. That's a hell of a coincidence right there in your names.
You're not home yet.
I'm more of a fan, Sonic fan. I don't know if this is a deal breaker for you, but I'm like as far as Sonic goes, I'm mostly a fan of like Sonic Adventure 2 specifically. I love Sonic Adventure 2. Don't feel so strongly about Jesus. Don't feel so strongly about the other Sonic games so much, but Sonic Adventure 2. Oh my god, I love that one. That has a very special place in my heart. You know, sometimes, at times, I've talked about that as a guilty pleasure, but I'm more and more of these days of the opinion, yo, Sonic Adventure 2, it just rules. It's all good. It's all good. There's no problems with it, and I love it. More and more, I'm being more willing to say like, no guilt here. I am 100% happy with my Sonic 2. Love. Let's go to war, says Mario fan. No warring in my chat. Be civil, be cool. You know, if you're gonna war, take it somewhere else, you know? That's you understand I'm joking. Don't worry about it. Seriously though, real life legit like arguments, like, I don't want people arguing. I feel like if people were arguing in my chat all the time, that'd be weird. Like, just keep it cool, you know? But I know y'all were joking, so, you know, it's good. I thought it was funny. How about a card? I think I got like one left. Yeah, follow up on bike stuff. Absolutely could have just jammed through and done the last card in the middle of this whole long segment. So I found out over the weekend that I was talking about bike stuff with my parents, and they said like, "Oh, we have a bike. We haven't used it in forever. Yeah, you'll have to take it to a shop and get it tuned up, but you could have that." And I said, okay, well, let me think about it. Let me see what the policy is with my apartment. I confirmed there's a bike room, so it would be good to go. You know, we have that modern amenity and all. Have you played Pizza Tower? I'm waiting for it to come out on consoles. I prefer to have a console version wherever possible, and I feel like that's going to come to Switch eventually. Like, probably within the year. I'll consider buying it, like, without... I'll consider buying it, just buying it, whatever, if it doesn't come to Switch within the year, so it can make my Game of the Year list, maybe. But until such time, I'm just waiting and hoping that it gets announced at some Nindies Direct, you know? That's the thing on that. Bikes! So, I did find out that the apartment has a bike thing. What the hell is up with this room? We got a lure guy. Out this way. This looks like a thing's gonna happen. So bikes, just to finish my thoughts. So, I will say the bike is, I talked about it a little bit on yesterday's stream, the Starfield, the Xbox slash Majora's Mask, Xbox conference slash Majora's Mask stream that it was. I mentioned a little bit about how, like, oh, I don't know how old it is. Turns out it's like 30 years old, this bike. But it cost apparently like a couple grand back in the day, so it must be a damn good bike, or at least a decent one. But,
Well, well, well. Look what the cat dragged in.
apparently it hasn't gotten much use in the last 30 years, so that's good. Just have to, like, change out the tires and, like, make any adjustments that need to be made with stuff. I'm gonna probably find a bike shop and take it in or something, and see if I can pick up biking again. I think the reason I was talking about with my parents, I think the reason I stopped and what happened to the bikes is there was a time when I was a kid where I crashed my bike, and I think I didn't think about when I was talking about that, like, I've talked about that a few times actually, just the experience of like stumbling into the nearest library because I was really near a library and just being like, with like blood dripping from my face and going like, 911? This is before cell phones, by the way. I didn't have a cell phone. I had to stumble into a library to seek medical aid, off the trail, you know? So that was fun. But the thing I didn't think about with that is that I guess the bike was probably like the equivalent of totaled, right? So that's what happened to the bike I had as a kid. That's why when my parents moved, that bike was no longer in the picture. And maybe after that point, I was just like a little bit traumatized, you know, a little bit out of it. I feel like Starfield will have a Fallout 76 moment. You mean where everyone realizes that they don't like it? I don't know, man. Everything they showed looked pretty damn good. But you are right that it's the same, like, company that put out that game that was disappointing, and the same one that put out Fallout 4, which I thought was also disappointing. But fucking hey, it looked good. It looked good. It looked fun. It looked massive. And it looks like they spent a lot of money on it. So I kind of have faith. I have faith myself in it. Oh, you think it's gonna be glitchy as fuck? Ooh, you're right. That's kind of what they're known for, Bethesda. You know, this isn't gonna be like a Tears of the Kingdom situation where everyone picks it up and realizes like this is basically glitch free. Like this is there's no jank here. There's no open world jank here. Everything just works. What the fuck? How did you do this? You guys are magicians. You have moving parts. You have vehicles. What the fuck? How does this all work? You know, it's probably not going to be quite that smooth. Anyway, probably going to get a bike. You know, I'm not going to be streaming for the next 3 days. You know, no Thursday stream. So I imagine I'll try to get the bike to a shop in those next 3 days and maybe take it for a test drive sometime soon. Assuming that it's, like, roadworthy and ready to, like, and good to go, you know? Assuming that it's, like, salvageable.
Step inside, won't you?
Let's see where this leads.
Did you think you'd get out?
Yeah.
Did you think you were smart,
Yep.
little girl? I
Did.
thought I could trust you. It's so rare I make a bad investment.
Well, those are mine, even though I only started with 25. How many star pieces are in the game? 40? Actually, 40, and now, you know, somehow there's extra ones here in the DLC, so
That
go
you'd
figure.
Be so greedy as to steal from me. So bold for someone so small.
If you're even alive by August 2036, will you live stream while the heat death of the universe is going on? What? I don't know what you're saying. 40 base game, now 56.
Oh my
Yeah, but at the
God,
start of the
really?
game, there's the cutscene,
I
and there's
tried
only
to
40 in
hide
there.
who I
So where'd the
am.
extra 16 come from?
You could have been someone important here one day, but you've disappointed me.
Look, I love to visit Cat Town.
And it's time
It's a
I
very
cash
fun
out.
level. I think it's probably the best level. But,
Oh.
I don't know I want to live in Cat Town. I mean, this is the only level where there's actual food to eat. So, if you were to live anywhere, it'd be here, you know? It'd be the only place where you could survive. Actually, there's like big blocks of... There's like big giant meat rolls, you know, like caveman style in the first world. And you know what? There's probably other food in other levels that I'm not thinking about. However, you can eat the food in this one. Can you eat the food in the other levels? I don't think you can.
Oh, convenient. I was
Okay,
just
she doesn't
about
like
to
the
get
cops.
out. They're a lot harder to get rid of than you are. We'll meet again, brat.
Well, if you... Man has an obsession with eating virtual food. Look, if you wanted to live a place, if this character needed to live here...
Jewelry store payroll.
Oh, okay.
Something happened while I was upstairs. The boss looked mad.
How do you think the Empress knew that timepieces are called timepieces? I mean, how does the kid know timepieces are called time? Who named timepieces? I feel like everyone independently started calling them timepieces. Like, did the hack kid tell the mustache girl? I don't remember.
Anyway, I had something to give
I'm
her.
sure someone's already, like, thought of that, and, like, actually checked.
I know she's had you tracking them down, so take care of it for me.
Alright. Is that the finale? Do we not, like, actually fight her? Why did it sound like the Tales VA? It probably depends on the game. I guess I'm not as familiar with, like, modern Tales. I guess I did watch the movies. The movies has modern Tales, doesn't it? Isn't that, like, the same voice actor as, like, the video games? Tales in Sonic 2? He did a great job, though. He did a great job. I always think of Tails' voice. I always think the Sonic Adventure 2 voice. That's cool that they let him. Is this all done? Yeah! Well, there we go. Oh, it's a lady. I didn't know that. I didn't know that, that Tails was played by a lady. Are both of them ladies, or just one of them? Like the original, or the movie one versus the one that was in Sonic Adventure. Well, that was a Nyakuza Special. That, fantastic level. Quite enjoyed going through it. The OG one in Sonic Adventure was an actual kid. Wow. Snatcher is a ghostly demon. Of course, he would know them. The conductor called them timepieces only when he knew they could turn back time. Or DJ Grooves, depending on the score. And Mustache Girl knew they could turn back time. Yeah, but they're shaped like hourglasses. Hourglasses are also called timepieces. I think it's a synonym. I think it is a synonym thing. What the hell is going on over there? That ain't right. What the hell? The planet is all lavaed. Oh. That's weird. No. No, you don't want that. Also, can I turn up the quality a little bit? I'm out of the area that was really lagging. Let me turn it up back to, let me turn it back to, like, performance rather than high performance. Because it was really chugging when we were in Nyakuza, so I had to turn down the graphics a bit. There, okay, I think, like, her head is a little bit less pixelated when she's near the window now. Oh my lord, that's not right. No. Mustache Girl did that when she broke in. She made the planet lava. That's not good. So if I give Hat Kid an hourglass, will she try to put it in her time fuel? Yes, she will. And I think there's pretty clear evidence that she has, because she only started out with 40 of them, and she somehow ended with 56. So what happened? Maybe something like happened time-wise. Folks, let me go ahead and go ahead and end the stream. This has been a Nyakuza Special, wherein I did Nyakuza Metro, and that's it. That's probably my favorite world of this game, so I enjoyed just focusing on it and it alone. Also, it meant that this stream went, like, for 3 hours instead of 4, which, after a bunch of, like, 10-hour and 5-hour streams in the last 4 days, you know, I was in need of a slightly shorter stream. Even if it wasn't that much shorter than a normal stream, really, honestly. Ow, ow, ow. That hurt. Pulling up the schedule here. This might be, like, going up on, like, YouTube later, because I do want to get the other... I'm making modifications and fixes to the last video, and I need to end this stream right here, and then, like, export it for 10 hours in order for it to, like, be uploadable to YouTube. So, you know, I'm gonna go through that whole rigmarole over the next 10 hours or so, then get that updated, and then, well, actually, that should only take 10 hours to export, so by the time, like, this stream is ready to be uploaded, it should be as simple as just hitting go. Whatever, y'all don't need to know that. Let me tell you when the next stream is. It's Friday. Usually it would be on Thursday, but for this week, after doing the Sunday stream and the Thursday stream going so long before that last week, I'm in the mood for a break. I have been thinking maybe doing a Saturday morning stream where I kick off the development of my next Mario Maker level. That'll be a short one, maybe between like an hour and 2 hours. Honestly, probably more like just above 2 hours if I'm looking at the previous Maker streams that kicked off development of a level. But that's something I really need to find time for. It's possible that I'll be refreshed on Thursday and I'll feel like, oh, let's just do a quick making stream. But I wouldn't count on it. I'm currently like feeling like I should pencil that in for Thursday, maybe around like noonish. Sorry, for Saturday, maybe around noonish. But we'll see how I feel on Friday. Folks, thank you for joining me, for hanging out, for throwing things at my face, for getting through like some of the tech issues. That level was a lot laggier than any other level we've been to the point where it seemed like the stream was really suffering. I should probably get a stronger PC. Let me see about the raid and see who's streaming right now, and who I can raid. Who'd be good? MX4 is doing a glitched rando of Paper Mario. I like Paper Mario randomizer. I forget if Mix4 where MX4 is from. Did MX4 do a raid or some such? I think MX4 might have raided me at some point. But don't quote me on that. My memory is bad, and I'm not going to look it up right now because we're ending the stream. Whatever. Paper Mario Randomizer is great. Gonna send you over there. That's my plan. I love Paper Mario Randomizer. I'll see y'all on Friday. I'm gonna have a nice, relaxing, chill-ass week. I'm gonna get some good sleep. I'm gonna play Tears of the Kingdom. I'm gonna play Diablo. I might finish Tears of the Kingdom by next stream. Hey, wouldn't that be something if I finished Tears of the Kingdom by the next stream? Or at least did the final boss, you know. I guess I probably would still have shrines to do at this rate. Whatever. I'll see y'all on Friday. Y'all have a good one. Take it easy. Bye, folks. Oh, let me get up the stream on my phone so I can watch the raid. Oh, also I have to do a thing so I can get over there, so I can like hit the button because I'm full screen on a game and I can't move my mouse. Okay, I'm ready. I am now ready to raid. Going over to MX4. Y'all have a good one. See you on Friday.